And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to Fresh Fit News, man. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to be talking about the Twitch apocalypse, potential war with Russia and Ukraine.
Yes.
And us. We're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
All right, and we are back. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fresh Fit Podcast, man. Quick announcement before we get into the show, guys. Join Castle Club for absolutely free. Get on the newsletter, guys. Link is below. Go ahead. All you got to do is put in your email, and you can watch the show live from Castle Club. And I'll tell you guys this. It's a way better experience over there on Castle Club because you guys literally can see the chat, and it's hilarious. It's the best chat that we got.
We got
dudes putting memes in there. They do funny shit.
GIFs, everything.
So, if once you go in that chat, all the Castle Club guys, they prefer to be in that chat. They might be watching on YouTube, but they'll be in the chat with Castle Club. So definitely go ahead, join Castle Club. You can do it for absolutely free. Get on the newsletter, and you can watch the shows that we do like this that aren't behind the paywall because you can watch it for free on Rumble, YouTube, whatever. I guarantee you guys are going to enjoy it more watching it on Castle Club.
Yes.
With the chat because the chat in itself is worth it.
And this is our third show, by the way, guys. 3 people for today.
Yes. We did a pre-record before with Noble Gold. Then we went ahead and did our Dave Ramsey style show. Which what do y'all want to call that? We can call that something.
Niggonomics.
Chat, give us some names on how you guys want us to, I know Dave Ramsey does the Dave Ramsey show, but what do y'all want us to call it? Like our Money Monday call-in show. What do y'all want to call it?
I like niggonomics, man. Because we're niggas and it's economics. Put it together. Niggonomics.
Yeah, but apparently we're not niggas to niggas, so.
Well, so to us we are.
Ninjanomics?
There you go. Okay, there you go. That's cool, too.
The Ninjanomics call-in show?
Something, bro.
Negronomics, bro.
Oh, boy.
Get Rich or Die Trying Monday.
Okay, that's a good one.
The Money Monday call-in show. The Monday Money call-in show.
Is that trademark? Get Rich or Die Trying? 50 Cent?
Probably,
right?
Gotta be
also,
at this
Ramsey's
point.
probably trademark, too. We can't use Ramsey at all.
Well, of course we can't use Ramsey.
Yeah.
Why would we use that anyway?
Ninja value.
Let's see here.
In any case, though, we'll figure out a name.
Yeah.
Pretty soon. Black Monday. Shout out to Wade. I like that one. Black Monday. Even though we're not really black because they say that we're not black, but who even knows, bro? Who even knows?
Yeah.
The news.
Real Ninja Problems call-in show. All right.
In any case, though, you are trending for a lot of reasons, including Black Sunday, Black Friday. Lots going on, man.
Just goes to show no good deed goes unpunished, which we'll talk about that here in a little bit.
Yes.
What was I going to say? What else? Any other announcements?
We got, what's coming up? Today's Monday. Free call on Wednesday.
Yep.
With the free members.
Oh, yeah. If you guys want to get a free Zoom call, it's going to be on Wednesday. Should I reveal the special guest that I'm bringing on Wednesday?
Sure. Or should we do it?
Maybe at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Because here's the other one that I want to bring on, too. If I bring him and the other nigga, what do you think?
Yeah.
You give the green light?
Let's leave it for a surprise.
No, I mean give the green light as in like tell him.
Yeah. For sure. He's definitely gonna turn the show up.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on one sec. So this will be hilarious, right?
I don't want to say a phrase, but if I say a phrase, y'all gonna know who it is. So I can't say the phrase. But yeah, that'll be fun, especially with some girls. And then what else? You got your call for the gym stuff for premium on Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah. So guys, for gym content on how to build muscle,
we're gonna go in detail,
lose fat,
a lot of stuff
on Thursday.
It's gonna be a good time.
It's a lot of value, man.
Yeah.
Fresh gains.
Fresh gains.
That's kind of. I mean, I get it, but
that's kind of lame.
That's kind of cheesy.
Yeah, too cheesy.
It's really Fresh and Fit, bro.
Ninjanomics is kind of funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
Welcome to the Ninjanomics show.
I like that because It's not as controversial,
Ninjanomics calling
but it's
show.
still funny. Ninjanomics. Because niggas know what we mean by ninja.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a pretty good one.
Okay.
Niggas a bit aggressive. Economics.
Yeah.
Not marketable.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, we got a bunch of topics for today.
Yep.
What's the first one? We're gonna do.
Where's Noble?
I think he's taking a Pajit piss. Something like that.
Oh man, the local Pajit's gone.
Yeah, but it's fine.
Yeah.
But either way, though, you did space yesterday. You did space?
Yeah, man. So I guess I could go into this first, man, before we get into the first story. Yeah, we're trending right now. As you guys know, we had that dumbass Shaniqua on, and she caused a bunch of problems. And she was, that was her name, right?
I don't know her name, bro. Something music? Mel music?
Oh, I was going, okay. Anyway, either way, she was on some bullshit, bro. Like, 2 or 3 hours of her being disrespectful as fuck. All you guys that watch the show kind of know what happened. And then obviously, I had my ending point. I was like, you know what, get the hell out of here. Because she was being disrespectful to a girl on the panel. Actually, a Jewish girl, by the way, for all the people that say I'm anti-Semite. I was over here defending this chick, right? Yeah. Like, hey, she's actually making good points. Why don't you just, like, rebut what she's claiming, right? Versus, like, taking a racism card. So I can't win, bro. One day it's I'm anti-Semite, another day I hate black people. It's like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? So, anyway... so she acts crazy. I stand up and say, get the fuck up out of here, blah, blah, blah. And she calls an altercation when she's walking out. And she throws like a phone or some basket or some shit. And it hits Melissa. And Melissa and then she wants to go hit Melissa. And Melissa fucked her ass up and got her in a headlock within seconds. And at that point, it's kind of funny because like literally that girl had to have been seeing her life flash before her eyes. Because like Melissa could have just like started, fucking her up right there. But she didn't. And, and I broke it up. And it's kind of funny because I was like, look at you. Now you're stuck here. In the clip. Can we put the clip up on YouTube? YouTube?
What? Or the tweet?
Yeah, I was gonna put. Well, either way, she gets her on her head like this. You niggas saw it. And I'm like, look at you. Now you look stupid. I'm saving your life. And then I broke it up.
Yeah, somebody posted in Castle Club the picture.
We're not gotta post the video. Fucking, huh?
No, we can just show the picture.
The picture? Okay, someone in Castle Club show the picture.
Yeah. And we'll just show it on screen.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we actually gave her 2 hours of like respect and peace and love, and even that wasn't enough to calm her activities.
Ridiculous, man.
Wild, bro.
Absolutely ridiculous.
That's funny.
Confirmed all the fucking stereotypes. So I went and then it started trending because, as you guys know, women like this don't take accountability for their actions. Yeah. So it goes viral. Everyone goes, same thing. Myron, you're racist. You always got to target the black women. Blah, blah, fucking blah. Right? And yeah, see, boom, look. They both got...
There we go.
Yo, this is hilarious, bro.
She got a good head start there.
Yeah, man. So it always happens, bro. Some shit like this happens. Asian doll try to do this shit too, right? Say that we're racist when in reality, Asian doll is a low IQ scammer.
But what's crazy? I always notice it when we get comments. Like, it just comes in droves. Like, a bunch of black women commented on our post. I'm like, here we go again. What up, brother? What up, Gary? So it's like, bro, at the end of the day, man, it's all going to come no matter what we do. Yeah. But even more so because they think that we're racist.
Yeah. Yeah. It always happens. It's like every year, it's like we got to go through our annual, these niggas are racist.
And fight. They never see the full video to see the context of what happened.
Never.
They just see the clip.
Yep.
And the worst part of it.
And they think that we're the ones that are out here like attacking girls. But it's like, bro, like, no, these chicks are wildly disrespectful.
Facts.
So, whatever. But yeah, I made a Twitch space yesterday. I called it the Klan meeting. It was hilarious. Probably shouldn't have said that on YouTube, huh?
Yeah, he was trolling, guys.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
It was pretty fucking funny. Going in there, we were cooking, we were having a good time. I was arguing with a bunch of Laquandas that had some dumb shit to say.
Black queens, man.
Yeah, but no, actually, you know what? But some really smart ones came up and like had good things to say.
I mean, as comedians, though,
one girl that actually came on the show before.
Yeah,
she actually came on and said, "Look, like these dudes are actually like really respectful and nice if you come in and you have an open mind and you have a discussion versus like coming in here on some bullshit." And it was a black chick that had come on with the show before. She came and actually defended us. I was like, oh, shit.
Damn.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere.
Well, she's truly a black queen then. Shout out to her.
Yes. Not many of them, though. Well, but deserved. That's the whole purpose of being a queen, right? You're rare. Not every one of you bitches is a queen, bro. All right. So, you guys got some hilarious pictures in here.
So I made a space too. It was titled, how to save the Black Queen, and we had 35 minutes of conversation. Nothing. They're cooked. Nothing.
Cooked?
Well, there was one thing we brought up. We brought up, you know what? What if we took away the weave and wigs and said, you want this shit back? Start acting right. We'll give it back to you. That might work.
Nope.
Okay,
so.
Maybe not.
I
Okay.
think they're cooked either way.
But yeah, either way, they're cooked.
Somebody said fear of Mondays. Nah, bro. Yo, what the fuck is wrong with y'all, bro?
Hey, yo.
You guys want us banned? Niggas said fear of Mondays. Though that would be a hilarious title, that would never last. All right, so we're gonna go into the first story here, and no, but you want to give a background on this one a little bit, or?
But you know
or
the best
want us to
part?
do it?
Being a comedian, they take you so off course. It's just like, bro, it's jokes, man. It's jokes.
We're comedians, ninjas.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. We are comedians. This
Exactly,
is all
man.
entertainment.
That's all it really
Just
is,
jokes.
man.
Just jokes.
We love everybody.
So first story, we're gonna kick off with Alex Jones. You want to talk about this a little bit, Noble?
Yeah, so Alex Jones, he was forced into selling Infowars due to the lawsuit that happened with Sandy Hook. And
We should probably take them through that real quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
As you guys know, there was a mass shooting back in, 2012 in Newtown, Connecticut. Sandy Hook shooting, right? And the shooter's name was Adam Lanza, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And
Jones covered it.
yeah, long story short, Jones said Sandy Hook shooting wasn't real. They're crisis actors. The cemeteries are fake, etc. Obviously, that's going to rub a lot of people the wrong way. You know, he faced quite a bit of backlash for that. And this is what, like 10 plus years ago, 12 years ago now at this point.
Yeah.
And what ended up happening, the families got together and filed a lawsuit against him. They ended up winning. They filed it in Connecticut. And it was to the tune of like over $1 billion, if I'm not mistaken.
$1.5 billion.
Huh?
$1.5 billion.
1.5 billion.
Damn.
Which is, that's crazy, by the way. 1.5 billion. So for damages and suffering and grieving, etc. So obviously, though wildly successful, Alex Jones, he ain't got $1 billion. So what they're doing is they're auctioning off, or they were supposed to auction off his
Company,
Infowars. And for those of you that are unaware, Alex Jones is probably, I would say, the most prominent. They call him, well, Wikipedia labels him a far-right conspiracy theorist. But what I would say is that he's definitely the leading, you can call it, I hate using this term alt-right, or because I don't even consider him far-right, to be honest with you guys. I consider him more, yeah, he's definitely right-wing, but I don't even consider him far-right or alt-right. I just consider him right-wing because I think we're more. Do we lean more right than Alex Jones, chat? I want to hear what y'all think.
I consider him more just like conspiracy based.
Yeah, right-wing conspiracy based.
Yeah, because he's more into like the deep arts, like what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, you know, he talks about the globalists and the elites, etc. Yeah. We know who them niggas are. But you know,
he does it in a smart way.
Yeah, but he doesn't like label it, right, for obvious reasons.
Smart guy.
He doesn't name them. I fucking named them. Not on YouTube, of course, but I named them on Rumble and X all the time. Y'all have heard me say this shit. But he calls them. He says the cabal, the elitists, the globalists, the internationalists, the elites. What other term do they use? The Frankists,
the shadow government,
NWO. All these terms for it. Yeah, chat. I actually want to get your guys' gauge. Are we more far right than Alex Jones, you guys would say? I think we are.
Yeah, they say we lead way more right.
Way more right than him, right? Yeah, because he doesn't address like intersexual dynamics either.
I'm in the middle though. I'm more like in the middle.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
So, anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is Alex Jones paved a new way when it comes to alternative media. That's where we got to give him his flowers. When it comes to alternative media, taking on the mainstream media, giving another perspective on things that isn't necessarily narrative approved, he's absolutely the trailblazer in this. He's been doing it for 30 plus years. He correctly called 9/11. He correctly called, the frogs turning homosexual from the water, etc. A lot of people call him crazy, but then he ends up being right on a lot of things. Obviously, with the Sandy Hook thing, he was very wrong, but he's paying the price to the tune of $1.5 billion. And now they're pretty much. I remember a couple months ago when this first all popped off, it was sometime early this summer, like they came into Infowars and were telling him to shut it down.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was able to go ahead and get it extended, pushed back, etc. But now, what ended up happening is they finally had the auction a couple of days ago. Or was it almost a week ago now at this point? They had the auction.
Yeah, about a week.
About a week ago. And
but luckily
for him, with this auction, it was improperly conducted. If I'm not, but I want to get your. Can we pull up the story real fast?
Yeah, we got a video of him explaining exactly how it was improper.
Cool. Let's go ahead and play it and hear it directly from Alex Jones. So what they say, chat? They said we're more far right than him, I guess.
100%. Also, I would argue though that like they came after him in that sense of the lawsuit, but really and truly they came after him because they want him gone off the platform. To be real with you, in general. So
yeah,
he's been critical of a lot of stuff that they don't like. So
yeah, one thing you can't take away from him is he absolutely is the trailblazer when it comes to alternative media. He was doing this shit before YouTube was a thing, before Rumble, before any of this stuff. They banned him everywhere.
He did it before it was cool to do it.
He did it absolutely did it before. Yeah, like he honestly set the stage for guys like Tim Pool, Rogan, all this other stuff. He was doing this stuff before when it comes to like alternative media.
What's the white guy that we had on the show? Conspiracy guy that you did a show with him too. What's his name? He's into conspiracy heavy.
How about Steve?
Nah, the guy that he had the mustache. What's his name? Ian Carroll.
Oh yeah. He was yeah.
Way before.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's actually great parallel, Fresh.
Yeah.
He is he was Ian Carroll before Ian Carroll.
And as far as I know, he's the first person to drop Bohemian Grove information to the world, which is huge, by the way.
Yep, broke the Bohemian Grove stuff. Yep.
Insane, bro.
All over Epstein, all over George Soros, all that stuff.
Yeah.
My only critique of Alex Jones, I would say, is that he's really softened up on, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't like to talk about that shit, which is fine, but that's really my only thing.
I think it's smart.
I get it.
Trump
from
is in
a
office. And
I get it from a longevity perspective.
He's pro. They ain't playing.
But he
bro.
has his own platform, bro.
Yeah, but they can still fuck you up though. It don't matter.
Yeah, that's my only real thing that I disagree with. But look, man, everything else I would say he's pretty spot on about.
Yeah.
I think Sandy Hook was like one of the few times he made a mistake, but it was a costly mistake.
No one's perfect, man.
Yeah.
No.
And he came out and apologized, but obviously
they don't care.
They don't care. Yeah.
When you got money, bro, they want your money. So
yeah,
they'll take it.
So let's go ahead and play this clip. This is from Twitter. This is Alex Jones explaining the auctioning, etc.
Look at those bags, bro.
All right,
Stress,
I
bro.
shot a special report on this that I posted at Real Alex Jones about 2 hours ago. And then I was actually reading the transcripts from the multi-hour emergency court hearing today in federal bankruptcy court in Houston. And then I called all the lawyers and talked to them, and they had a total consensus. They've never seen anything like it. The words were exactly, this was a private secret sale. Basically illegal is the word that's used. Basically, it's crime. I mean, bankruptcy crime. I mean, on its face. Disguised as an auction that wasn't an auction. And the people didn't even pay real money. They paid some weird fiat thing that wasn't even agreed to by the judge's order. And then they had the corporate media say that the Onion bought Infowars. And then the judge kept saying to the trustee that did this, I didn't give you the authority to do this. You were supposed to come to me about an auction. This isn't even an auction. And then it's just all over the news that they just bought it and they won the bid and they did that. But then they quote the U.S. trustee going, well, it's not the highest bid, but it's the best bid.
We'll pause real quick. Yeah, so just so you guys know, the Onion is like a left-wing media organization, and they were all like, I saw all the liberals on X and shit like that, all excited, like, yes, finally Alex Jones is, because the left hates Alex Jones a lot. They want him destroyed. They don't like Infowars. They look at him as like a disinformation specialist, wacky conspiracy theorist. Yeah. So, and they've done this with a bunch of guys, whether it's Alex Jones, Ike. Who else do they come after for that?
Yeah, David Icke for sure.
David Icke is like the British version of Alex Jones. So, they absolutely have been coming at him for years, and they're rejoicing with, at least when the news broke out that the Onion purchased Infowars, they were all going crazy.
Here's the issue, right? We speak truth to an extent where we're telling people what's going on. They see it as, they're not with us. Get them out of here completely.
Yeah,
and mind you, we had them talk. You know what? Say your piece over there. But they want us gone completely off all platforms.
That's the biggest difference between the left and right, I've noticed, is that the left doesn't want to actually have a discussion and a debate. They just want you off the platform.
Yeah.
And I've seen this rhetoric from almost every top and large influencer on the left.
Yeah.
Whether it's Hasan, Ethan Klein, I mean, hell, even Destiny, though I get along with Destiny.
He wanted the niggas
who else?
gone for real. Destiny.
Yeah, the young. Have I heard the Young Turks talk about getting people banned?
I haven't.
I haven't heard.
Maybe they have, but I don't know.
I haven't heard it, so I'm not going to say them. Yeah. But every prominent left-wing political commentator or left-wing creator has almost always advocated and wanted censorship. They always say, get that guy out of here, ban him, etc. Which I find interesting on the right. Like, we're not for censorship like the left is.
Even Trump.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
By the way, welcome to our boy Gary in the house, man.
Yeah, what's up, Gary?
What's up, brother?
Just popped in.
I see the dogs having fun today.
Mike works. You
He's
good?
all over you, brother.
You know, you guys aren't old enough to remember when Alex Jones, well, maybe you are, but Alex Jones, the right, used to have a big problem with him. They used to call him a leftist during the Bush administration.
Really?
I swear.
How?
When Bush was in because he would go against Bush and say Bush did 9/11. So he was called a liberal.
Okay.
In early 2001 to 2009, he was a liberal. It's just so funny to me how everything, the pendulum
Shifted.
always swings, because it goes so far left that these people who used to be leftists are now considered conservatives. We've seen it with Elon Musk. So again, it's always like that. The pendulum's always swinging. But now that Trump's in office, I'm hoping some deportation, some other stuff can happen to basically make America, what was that?
Great again.
There you go.
No, that's actually a really good point, because that kind of goes to show how much the Overton window is
Look at
shifted.
Timcast.
Because,
Same stuff.
you know, I do, now that you mention that, Gary, I do vividly remember that back in 2003, if you weren't for the war, they considered you a Democrat or a liberal.
100%.
And, you know, obviously we had a lot of propaganda telling us that, hey, you know, whether it was Netanyahu saying we need to destabilize Saddam because
Saddam Hussein,
it's
yep.
gonna, I'll never forget, he said destabilizing
Edward Miner
Saddam.
tipped $100.
Oh.
Been roasting that Mel music, Queen, all day. People are waking up. Thank you Myron and Walter for what you do. Y'all are really making a difference from defending liberties and encouraging minds. From a disabled veteran, thank you for y'all's service.
Oh, wow. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, means a lot.
But I remember vividly when Netanyahu testified, I think it was either at Congress or somewhere in the Capitol Hill, and he said, removing Saddam will have positive reverberations across the region. You guys remember that? You guys remember that shit back in like early 2000s, right after 9/11? Benjamin Netanyahu saying this, right? And it's interesting that like we're like 3 or 4 presidents later and he's still fucking in power. That should tell you something. But the takeaway here is it used to be the Democrats were the party that was against war. The neocons used to be the GOP and the Republicans. The neocons were all right wing, whether it's Douglas Pearl, Fife, all the people that were, you know, Bill Kristol, all these neocons that pushed the fucking war, Wolfowitz, they were all in the GOP under the Bush administration. And if you weren't pro-war, you were considered a liberal Democrat. Now, it's the Democrats that push for war, which we're going to talk about that with Biden right now and what's going on with Russia and in Ukraine. But it's amazing to me how someone like an Alex Jones 20 years ago was considered a far leftist. Now he's considered a far right political commentator. Isn't that wild? That's a good point, Gary.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that brings back memory, the Iraq War.
No, because I remember they used to call him a liberal. This guy hates America. He's against patriotism. And then you have to understand, the same way the neocons moved from the Bush administration right into Obama's and Biden's, that's why all the Bushes are voting for Harris. That's why all the Bushes were voting for Biden, because they were on the same team. So now that Trump has taken over the GOP, they're not even trying to mask it anymore. These guys are really good friends. And again, Trump isn't about war, in my opinion.
Yeah.
We'll find out soon, but I don't think he's about it.
Yeah,
we'll see.
And we could talk about that too. His cabinet, which his cabinet picks are, I don't like them. We could talk about that
I like
as
his
well.
Attorney General.
Matt Gaetz. We
I
could
like
talk about
his
that.
Attorney General because that guy doesn't give 2 fucks. And you need someone like that in the Justice Department because usually these are career lawyers to the point where they have so many political buddies on both sides they can't make waves. They don't want to do anything. This guy doesn't give a damn.
Yeah.
He's going to mess things up.
I like his immigration pick.
Because actually, that's interesting you mentioned that too. Kamala Harris campaigned on a bunch of Republicans that supported her. But all of those Republicans that supported her were 2003 Bush administration neocons. That's what they were. And a bunch of rhinos, which Rhino, guys, is Republican name and name only is what it means. So basically, they'll say that they're Republican, but when you look at like how they vote and what they do, a lot of it doesn't necessarily align with the GOP. Which there's a lot of fucking rhinos as well that supported Kamala.
I look at it as a coin, just different sides, same coin.
Yes.
Trump, that's why Trump changed the game.
Yeah, because
they were both on the same side before Trump got in there.
Yep. That's why Bohemian Grove was so big, because they'll meet once a year or twice a year, talk about who's going to be president next. Ta-da.
Yeah, they do a lot of things there.
Alex Jones.
Yeah, we can go back to the Alex Jones clip real quick. But yeah, that's a good, man, that's crazy that they looked at him. Because here's the thing. Trump, Alex Jones was actually, to his credit, he was saying, we don't want to go to war for Israel 30 years ago. He was saying this shit, or 20 years ago, he was saying this shit. After 9/11 popped off, he was one of the few people that like would talk about the links to that certain state, if you guys know what I'm saying, back then. And he saw it coming from back then, like, yo, we don't want to go to war with Israel. There's clips of him saying, Israel, we're not going to fight your wars for you, 20 years ago, when the whole 9/11 thing. And he was absolutely fucking right. Because now with the, the aftermath of 9/11 and the whole war on terror and toppling Saddam Hussein, people are just now realizing that war wasn't to our benefit. Like, and I've noticed this because if I go on YouTube and you search like Iraq war, whatever, like people are actually being critical of the war finally now. But it's only these videos
years after.
Exactly. These videos have only been up for like maybe the past few months or year at most. Like Americans are finally starting to wake up 20 plus years later with the Iraq war. And actually, you want to know what stimulated that? I think what kind of prompted this wake up? Back in November of last year, actually, 1 year ago, a letter to America from Osama bin Laden went viral on TikTok. And in the letter, Osama outlines all of his issues with the United States. And one of the primary issues that he had with the United States was our American foreign policy and how Israel dictates it in the Middle East. And he went through all of it. And that actually went viral because, as you guys know, TikTok is a smaller audience, a younger audience. So a lot of these people that watch TikTok now weren't alive in 2003. They weren't around for 9/11. So they don't know what prompted it. They were just told as a child, oh, yeah, the war on terror. We're going after these people because they hate us for our freedom. But then when this letter comes out, right, and it outlines systematically why Osama has an issue with the United States, a lot of these young people were like, what the fuck? Oh, wow, I didn't know that America did all this stuff. And it kind of woke a bunch of people up. It got to the point where they had to take that letter down off the internet. You can't even find the letter to America anywhere. Like, you'd have to, like, do a time machine or some shit to find it.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say. That letter going viral prompted people to look into it further, and then realizing that the Iraq war was a monumental failure and it was a roundabout way to destabilize the Middle East and had nothing to do with 9/11 or Osama. Because Osama and Saddam actually hated each other, for those that are unaware. I've talked about this in detail on Fed Reacts. You guys could go ahead and look at that. But I've explained this, like how Saddam and Osama absolutely detested each other, wanted to kill each other, so it made zero sense they would go into Iraq after 9/11.
Yeah. Also, back then, if you posted or questioned actual war, you were either canceled or you were considered a conspiracy theorist. So either way, you couldn't really talk about it back then. So
it was Alex Jones and Scott Ritter.
Yeah.
Those are the only two people who were going hard against the war back in its early stages. Those two individuals right there.
And Scott Ritter,
yeah,
for those that are wondering, Scott Ritter is probably, not even probably, he is the best political pundit when it comes to the Iraq war. He was there. He inspected the weapons.
He was there, yeah.
He saw it with those own two eyes. Guys, and I remember he came on a podcast. Guys, please go back and watch the interview that we did with Scott Ritter, the first one. So fucking eye-opening. During the interview, and I remember this, him telling us this, he went to the Bush administration and told them on multiple occasions, for those that are unaware, he was a Marine. He was a weapons inspector, UN weapons inspector, former Marine. So his job was going to Iraq and inspecting the weapons. So he worked directly with Saddam Hussein's government to see that they were being compliant with U.S. demands. And he said it. I went to the Bush administration on several occasions and told them, look, these guys don't have WMDs. They just don't have them. And they literally looked him in the eye and said, we'll go fucking find them. So the neocons had the war planned out no matter what. They just needed something to substantiate it. And he never found the weapons. Despite the fact that Iraq was extremely open, they let him in, he inspected everywhere, went to different locations, and he told the U.S. government on multiple occasions, the Bush administration, they don't have these weapons. They kept sending him back saying, go fucking find them.
There you go.
Condoleezza Rice, Colin Powell, all these fucking assholes, and like I said before, the Wolfowitz, the Douglas Pearls, the Bill Cristols,
Cheney,
the Cheneys, all these neocons, they wanted a war no matter what. They had it set in their mind. We're going to Iraq.
Out of chaos comes order.
Scary shit, man.
Yeah.
Basically, Saddam Hussein used to work for the CIA. And what happened was they were arming him to go to war with Iran as soon as Khomeini took over in 79.
Mm-hmm.
So after that happened, Saddam found out they're funding both sides because Iran-Contra broke. Things all of a sudden, Saddam's like, wait a second, you're funding them too? Oh, it's like, okay, fuck you now. So he basically isolated, and it ended up like this. He pretty much lost the war. Iran got more influence in the Middle East. But the main thing is he made a big strategic mistake. He asked Secretary Gillespie, who was working for the Bush administration at the time, we're thinking about invading Kuwait. And she told him, that's an Arab mirror. We don't care. That's an Arab map. We do not care. Mm-hmm. As soon as he went in there, now the U.S. has its pretext, be like, they're going to go to Saudi Arabia next, which was never going to happen. But they're going there. Now they have the permission from the Saudis to put troops in there. And quite frankly, they never left.
Yeah, not only that, Saddam was pressured to do that because he was in really bad debt going into Kuwait, thinking that he was going to get some of their oil and everything else. So it was all.
He had no choice. Yeah, he actually had no choice but to go to Kuwait because the Kuwaitis were actually pumping out oil that for less money than Iraq could. So they were basically bleeding them dry.
Stealing
their oil, basically. You see, when people start wars, they think, they're just evil. No, there's actually a reason behind it. The same reason Russia went into Ukraine. I'm going to tell everyone real simple. If the Chinese went into Canada and put their damn tanks in Toronto, America would be invading faster than Russia did in Ukraine. I promise you that. Because that's how it works.
Absolutely.
Good point.
Yeah, and so many Americans just don't understand this concept that we're not the only country that's going to exercise our national security matters. You know what I mean? Like other countries that are sovereign are going to also act on the best of their countries, and it's illegal when other people do it, but we do it all the fucking time.
Especially when they have nukes.
Yep, absolutely. Let's go back to the Alex Jones clip.
Yeah.
Because we went over a bunch of different things there. But, yeah, definitely interesting stuff. We keep going?
Yeah.
These people just think they can do anything. It's crazy. So nobody sees how the federal judge, who's known for being straight-laced and not corrupt at all, Judge Chris Lopez, cannot end this fake sale, which he basically said didn't happen. He's having an emergency evidentiary hearing sometime next week. He hasn't announced the date yet. And bare minimum, there'll be a new open public auction. Probably more is going to happen. I mean, this is unprecedented, folks. Just like the last trustee he fired back on June 14th, tried to close the building without a court order. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes deep state goings on here. And this is a big deal. I've been up since 5 a.m. dealing with this. I'm about to go to sleep. I'll be covering all live from the new studios of the Alex Jones Network at AJN Live on X. Please follow me there. But this is going to be big. Everybody out there thinking Infowars was shut down, you're in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, and that's the new brand that he made because they basically want to take all of Infowars and everything associated with. So he had to create the Alex Jones Network to kind of still be able to run things. So, I mean, worst case scenario, if you lose Infowars, look, they can take Infowars, they can buy Infowars, but you can't buy Alex Jones.
Yep.
He's just gonna move everybody over to AJN,
Also, I just wonder, with Trump being in office now, does that help his case even more because it's corrupt how they did the whole deal?
Well, listen. Alex and Trump had some issues back in the day. I'm not sure if they resolved them.
Oh, okay.
Quite frankly, Trump used to go on his show back in the day, and
really,
yeah, Trump was on Alex Jones' show in 2016. Sorry, 2016.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so he used to go on his show quite often. Alex was one of his biggest supporters. Then Alex pulled a Yui on him. And he said, I'm done with the Trump administration, and I guess they made up a little bit, but he's not in his good graces like he used to be.
What did Really? Okay, because I would say Alex has definitely been like a huge Trump supporter on this last push.
That's great for right now, but they did have issues before.
What? Yeah. What did that? Where did that stem from? You said so. 2016 they were cool, and then he did something that pissed Alex off. What happened?
I'm assuming he did something. Alex was really mad about his association with him at the time when a lot of negative stuff was hitting Trump. You know, listen, it's real simple. When people are doing well, people want to be around you. When people are not doing well, sometimes you want a distance.
That's true.
That's all it is. That Alex did.
No, I'm just trying to figure out what
I don't
Trump
know
did that made Alex.
I don't know what the exact thing was, but there was a big YouTube video at the time of Alex saying, "I'm done with the Trump administration" or
Maybe
something
someone
like that.
in the chat will say what it is.
I think he's more open to him now because I think he shot him out, right?
I mean, listen, things change, circumstances change. You have to understand there are no, real loyalties in this game. The only thing you have is loyalty in your interest. So if people have the same interest as you at the time, then they will be loyal to the cause. They're not really loyal to him. They're
Facts.
loyal to the cause.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Trump said Alex Jones said in a leaked video, "I wish I never met Trump."
Yeah, that's it.
That's
why
it.
Yeah,
was the falling out.
Yep.
Well, what's the context though?
I don't remember.
Okay.
That's probably back in the day.
Yeah, I'd like to know why.
Well, I'll
why
say
he
this,
said
man.
that.
A lot of people were against Trump. Now they're for Trump. Look at JD Vance.
look at the Paul brothers.
Look at everybody.
Like I saw the Paul brothers like after he did that fake fight with Tyson. He's like, "This is a democratic city. F you." I'm like, "Bro, you're a Democrat.
Facts.
You were a Democrat until 6 months ago. Until Trump got shot, these people were Democrats. All of a sudden, now they're GOP.
Yeah.
This is the definition of a rhino.
Yeah.
They're saying it was the vaccine issue.
Maybe.
The vaccine?
Who knows?
Oh, maybe
Maybe.
Operation Warp Speed?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe that's what it was. He was critical of Operation
I
Warp
was
Speed.
critical of Trump during that.
Yeah.
I was critical of Trump during that, so it is what it is. But I will say this in his defense: he didn't force anyone to take it like Biden did.
True.
Yeah, I would say the two biggest blunders with the Trump administration, were definitely
Yeah,
Operation Warp Speed and then, the super support of Israel and taking $100
He had
million
no chance.
from
He had
AOC.
no choice. Imagine. You're the president.
Oh, you mean with the pandemic?
He had no choice
Yeah.
but to let that go. He personally did his best to not make it get mandated, but you have to understand, just like you have to play along with disease to get in power, you have to do certain things when you're president. You're not the final boss.
Yeah.
You're not the final boss when you're president, and that doesn't change with this administration or the next one or one before that. So when it comes down to it, there's some things you just can't do.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, he gets a lot of criticism, too, for shutting down the country so late. They always claim, you were the last one to shut down. That allowed the virus to spread. Yeah,
He gave us time.
So I remember Europe had shut down like a month before us.
But you know why? If he didn't do it, blood would be on his hands. So he had to do it.
Yeah,
He had to.
I don't think anyone, as much as I've been critical of Operation Warp Speed, I don't think any other, you can't foresee that, number one, and anybody would have been handled that in a shut. No one knew, because now we have the benefit of 2020 hindsight, but I remember back then, 90% of people were panicking. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I was one of the few that didn't give a shit. I was like, this is bullshit. It's all a lie. But I understand that, I'm cut from a different cloth and I don't believe in shit like this. But everyone else, I remember vividly. Remember when niggas were buying toilet paper like crazy?
Yeah.
March of 2020?
Yo.
Remember that?
Yeah.
People were
Toilet
freaking
paper.
out. Every girl I knew was freaking out about this pandemic.
Hand sanitizer as well.
Yeah.
Everything was going
Everyone's
crazy.
losing their minds, bro. Only a few people were like, this is bullshit. But most people were freaking out. So no one knew what the fuck this disease was. No one had any clue.
Well, I'll say this. Some people knew what it was, and they made hella money from it. Fauci.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
You know what that actually did
Pfizer,
show us?
etc.
It did show us there's a hidden hand.
Yes.
Because it didn't matter if it was in capitalist America, socialist Canada, a mob-run dictatorship in Russia, a real dictatorship in China. They all told you to take that vax. So that shows you all these people disagree on everything, but yet they agree on that. That just shows you there's a hidden hand.
Control.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Our good buddies you do like to talk about all the time.
So
Yeah.
the summary of this clip and this context here for this topic is it was saved, right? You just changed the network?
He's always had this AGN thing set up, but basically they couldn't get the network. Apparently, they couldn't get Infowars because it wasn't actually auctioned off to anyone. It was only open to certain people, and I guess that breaks certain auctioning laws, if I'm not mistaken, regulation.
Yeah, they basically broke the rules by going and giving it to one specific person and not the highest bidder.
There you go.
Yeah, and I think that was probably a move to be able to give the left the ability to laugh at Alex Jones, because Onion is a super liberal media organization. So ha ha ha, we bought Infowars. So it's like a badge of honor for these weirdos, man.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, man, the left loves censorship. They just love it.
Well, he's still here, man. So
yeah, he's still here. So you guys can buy Infowars, y'all can't buy Alex Jones. So nice try, idiots. And liberal media is going to continue to crash. Like CNN, a lot of these organizations, they're cutting people left and right.
I just wonder what's going to happen in January.
Mass layoffs.
I'll wait to see what happens in January. We still got a month away.
What's the next story? Biden? Yes. Okay. USA allows Ukraine to use missiles. So let's go ahead and pull this story up. So U.S. allows Ukraine to use long-range missile strikes into Russia. Okay, and this comes from CNN. What happened?
What happened?
I'm trying to see. Oh, okay, there you go.
Oh, what you need to know. Outgoing U.S. President Joe Biden has authorized Ukraine to use powerful long-range American weapons inside Russia, according to 2 U.S. officials familiar with the decision. Terrible move by Biden. The decision comes as thousands of North Korean troops deploy in support of Moscow's war effort. Something around 50K, I think. 30 to 50K North Korean soldiers are in Russia right now, guys, fighting alongside them.
What'd you expect from Biden?
Sparking concern from Biden and his advisors that their entry could lead to a dangerous new phase of the war, the Kremlin responded by saying that the move shows that the Biden administration wants to throw oil on the fire of the conflict, while Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky said that the missiles will speak for themselves. Yeah, of course.
Really, bro.
It's our missiles. Biden's authorization came after one of Moscow's largest aerial attacks on Ukraine in months. At least 8 people have been killed after a Russian missile attack on the southern city of Odessa, officials said Monday. Meanwhile, Ukraine and Russia suffered its highest number of weekly losses last week. And then we go here. Yeah, although the Biden administration has revealed scant details about its decision to greenlight Ukraine's use of long-range American-made missiles in Russia, a U.S. official told the CNN the weapons are intended to be used primarily in Kursk, the region of Russia where Ukraine launched its surprise counteroffensive in the summer. The Institute for the Study of War estimates that around 250 Russian military objectives, including 17 air bases, are in the range of Ukrainian ATACMs. CNN's Nick Patton Walsh breaks down what impact these weapons could have on the war. So yeah, we can play this TikTok clip.
What the hell?
Biden has finally authorized Ukraine to fire longer-range US-made and supplied ATACMS missiles into targets inside of Russia. This is a significant escalatory move. That was the reason why he didn't give approval earlier, but now it's clear that the White House seeks to escalate back, saying that they are essentially responding to Russia's use of North Korean troops to potentially retake the Kursk region that Ukraine moved into in August inside of Russia. Will this change the battlefield overnight? That's really unclear. There aren't that many of these missiles, frankly, for Ukraine to fire, even though they can be quite precise. But it does do 2 things. It potentially gives Ukraine a little more leverage on the battlefield, where it's losing significantly along the eastern front, and it is certainly going to involve the United States deeper in this conflict. Putin has previously suggested that essentially NATO would be joining the war if US gave this kind of permission, and Donald Trump has suggested he could end the war in 24 hours. Peace talks are certainly looming, and this is perhaps designed to improve Ukraine's position ahead of any talks and make it much more complex for Donald Trump to suddenly pull out of this conflict.
Yeah, this is absolutely sabotaging the Trump administration.
Didn't we say this was going to happen, though?
Yeah.
Remember we said when Trump gets elected, Netanyahu has about 2 months to go crazy in Gaza, and Putin has a little bit more time and Zelensky to go crazy over there. This is because President Trump doesn't actually become president until January 20th. So what they're hoping is Russia's going to hit back hard, real hard, and then that'll force the U.S. to stay in afterwards. Now, I think everyone knows what's going on here.
I'm hoping, because Trump had spoken with something like 71 leaders within the first week of him becoming president-elect. I hope his administration is having talks with Putin's people to try to mitigate this as best they can. What I do know is these missiles are not going to be used on any of Russia's nuclear facilities or infrastructure facilities, and that's obviously by design to avoid a nuclear war, because attacking one of those would be a serious provocation. But but I'm hoping that whatever they do, this is posturing. It's not, the damage isn't too much, and it's something that Trump can still kind of negotiate and deal with, because I do think that ending this war is something that's pretty high on Trump's list. I mean, I know why he wants to end it. He wants to push a lot of that aid over to Israel, but nonetheless, we get the bottom line done, which is end the conflict in Eastern Europe.
But isn't it scary? It just takes one missile to start a whole nuclear war. Like, let's just say, for example, someone said, fuck it. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm just going to just blow the whole world up. I'm going to start this war and fuck it. What do we do at that point? It's kind of scary, bro.
Yeah.
It won't happen.
No, it won't happen.
I'll tell you why it won't happen.
What?
Because the elite live in the same freaking world we do. And until they can escape underwater or go somewhere to
Elon Musk
Mars,
to Mars.
and until they can do that,
Yeah.
there will be no nuclear war because them boys live on the same planet we do, and they can only mess it up so much. Because the nuclear bombs of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, that's nothing compared to what they have today. They can't release those because it's game over at that point.
Yeah.
No one's releasing anything. Sleep well at night. There's going to be no nuclear war.
Well, also, the United States has a retaliatory nuclear weapon policy. So we will never nuke anyone first. I think, obviously, the Hiroshima bombings that you're talking about kind of put us in a position where, yes, it ended World War II, and it showed that we were the global world power, but if we're going to be the leaders of the free world, we can't be nuclear bombing people first. So that we have a retaliatory nuclear policy. I don't think Russia does. I think they can hit with they do too?
No, they have a dead man switch.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
I know
they have
that.
a dead
Yeah.
man
So
switch,
if someone hits them with a nuke, they can. And for those that are unaware, the dead hand system is basically where Russia really put these like really sophisticated sensors all over the country, where if a nuclear bomb strikes Russia and their entire infrastructure is gone and there's no response, and these sensors are able to pick up nuclear chemicals in the air or in the soil, it has this mechanism that will trigger all of the nuclear weapons in Russia to literally go off at the same time and headed for the United States for every major city. It's called a dead hand switch, basically, that Russia has. Very sophisticated. So basically, if they go down, everyone's going to go down with them. And obviously, we're their biggest adversary. So they have nukes pointed at all of our major cities.
And London, too. Don't forget about them. They get it first.
Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Yeah, that would make sense that they have the UK in there as well.
Paris, probably, too.
Yeah. Probably all the NATO countries. They have missiles pointed at
Germany, for sure. The only one you can be assured they don't have is there's few allies there.
China, North Korea, shit like that, maybe.
Listen, China and Russia are not allies. Putin has no choice but to go to China because the whole world cut him off.
Well, they have a shared interest.
Yeah, they do not like each other. And you think President Xi of China is happy North Korea sent him 50,000 troops? That's his attack dog.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Why are you using my attack dog? They're not happy right now.
Shared interest. As long as the United States continues sanctioning and making life hard for Russia, and as long as we continue to have kind of this battle that we have with China when it comes to progression, I think they'll always, because I don't foresee us being cool with China to that degree where it's going to ostracize Russia, if that makes sense.
Russia.
They always get caught spying on us and vice versa.
I don't think Russia is ever going to go to war with America, but as a matter of fact, Russia helped us a lot in the past if you do look at history. But China and America, 70% chance they go to war within the next 30 years, probably sooner. Mm-hmm. When you have a rising superpower and an established superpower, that's happened about 12 times in history, 8 times they went to war.
Yeah.
So it's going to happen at some point. The best you can do right now is prepare. Honestly, that's the best thing America can do, prepare, because they have 1.4 billion people. Our best strategic ally over there is not the EU, is not the UK, it's India, because the Indians have about 1.1 billion people. They can counterbalance China. As long as the Indians are on our side, we can contain them. We got Japan over here.
They recently struck a pretty big deal with Russia recently, India.
They've always been good friends with Russia.
Yeah. They and BRICS is just a part of it, but Yeah, India is a very big sleeper threat that a lot of people don't talk about.
India, Russia, good allies.
Yeah.
Pakistan, China, good allies. Guess what? Pakistan and India hate each other. So again,
yeah.
that's another, that BRICS is about as solid as, well, I'm not even going to go. I'm not going to do it, man.
Okay, fun fact. What country has the most scammers?
UK, I would assume.
What do you say?
China.
When you say scammers, like, what do you mean? Like,
Like- Scammers?
Scammers. Like,
India or Nigeria. One of those two.
I was going to say Nigeria.
it's
too.
India.
Yeah,
It's
one of the
India.
two.
India?
Number one is India.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Nigerians ain't far behind, brother.
You know what I thought first? Nigeria. Just because,
Yeah.
Off rip.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Okay. Where are we at here?
Okay, next topic. Apocalypse, or what we doing next?
There was, we could do that, but there was, hold on, there was one other thing on the last story that we're on, what Russia, Ukraine. Was there anything else? That was that video? That was, okay. So yeah, we'll see what happens, man. I do think that's also kind of an effort to sabotage the Trump administration incoming.
Of course.
Dude, Trump is really going to inherit a nightmare, man.
Dude, terrible. I think for most people, we're glad he's in office, but he's not even there yet. It's not for January yet. We still got to wait.
What do y'all
We could still have a President Harris.
Yeah.
They're this is, you talk about women's not being accountable. This bitch lost the election. She got killed. It was a landslide. Her people are pressing on old man Biden to step down so she could become the first woman president. The American people just told you, we don't want you, bitch. And here she comes talking about, I'm still taking that presidency. Just absolutely
Can't hold the L, bro.
Yeah, holy shit.
Kind of scary if you ask me.
The fact that they're considering this.
Yeah. You know, there are people on TikTok saying we could still put her in office if we get Trump out of here.
Who do you think
Who does that, bro?
inherited a worse government? Obama taking over in 2008 or Trump coming in now in 2024? Because Obama, to his defense, did take on a very fucked up economy in 2008.
Trump. We have more debt than ever before.
No, when Obama came in, that great recession was a motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
But hold on. Wars and debt compared to back then?
We were in Iraq and Afghanistan at that time.
True.
So, 2008, literally people didn't know if they're going to be able to eat next week. That was the worst I've ever seen in American history. I've never seen it that bad. People were losing their
Fresh
minds.
wasn't here, so.
Yeah,
he was in
people were
Barbados.
losing their minds. You literally saw the stock go like this. People's 401ks vanished.
Mass foreclosures.
And
Really?
and people were very, very mad at the banks.
The housing
because
market crashed.
Obama's like, I'm a socialist. I'm not going to help the banks, but he ended up helping the banks. What are you going to do, man? Goldman Sachs was running the show back then.
People give Obama a lot of heartache, but to be honest with y'all, Obama inherited a very bad economy.
There's a lot of
Very bad. We're still in the middle of Iraq, Afghanistan. The war on terror was in full-fledged. It was just Guantanamo was still in operation, obviously. That was one of the things that Obama campaigned on. He never closed Guantanamo. He also wanted to close Rikers, never closed it down. But
hope and change, that's all he left you
hope
with.
and change, yeah. So yeah, you think Obama inherited a worse economy?
Worse economy, worse situation. But listen,
I think Trump is a close second.
I'll tell you what.
But Obama had it pretty bad.
I don't remember racism.
Bush left us fucked up, bro.
I don't remember racism before 2008, 2007. I don't remember it. I don't remember all this Black Lives Matter garbage. I don't remember any of this. When Obama came to office, all of a sudden the identity politics went through the roof, and he was the cause of it. So, we look at the Clintons, we know they're crooks because they're dumb. They open the foundation, give me a whole bunch of money. They're funneling $500 million. Okay, yeah, we're honest. Obama's real smart. He'll send $1.5 billion to Iran, and then he'll get kickbacks. You understand?
Yeah.
This guy's way smarter than the Clintons.
Yeah.
He's the only president who left the White House who stayed in D.C. because he's still puppeteering things.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was kind of almost like a pseudo. I've mentioned it before, but a lot of people don't know this. General public, like Obama under the Biden administration, was kind of like a pseudo Secretary of State. He was traveling and doing a lot of international meetings on Biden's behalf, right? So making deals happen and shit like that. And he was absolutely involved in the Biden administration, kind of as a pseudo
shadow president, maybe.
Shadow president / Secretary of State. He was meeting with a lot of the foreign leaders on behalf of Biden. Obviously, also with his health ailing, Obama was heavily involved in the Biden administration.
I don't know how you got somebody like Biden making moves like, for example, giving Ukraine the right to fire missiles still, and he's not even like all the way there.
Well, here's another thing too.
Like-
People always wonder, like, why the fuck do we support Ukraine so much? And people forget, back when Biden was actually competent and not a weirdo, he wasn't always like this guy's Sleepy Joe. He actually used to be very sharp and smart.
He was.
He was pretty much in Ukraine all the time under the Obama administration. He was damn near prime minister of Ukraine. He was always there. And we put Zelensky in during the Obama administration. We put Zelensky in. Yeah. We led the coup in 2013, 2014?
It was
to destabilize Ukraine.
2004 was the first coup, but it was a government coup. The second one happened in 2014.
Yep.
That's when they completely overthrew things that happened on February the 22nd, 2014. And then Putin, not 8 years to the day, he sent his tanks and soldiers into Donbass, the area right by Ukraine.
And Crimea.
8 years to the exact day the revolution happened. So it was symbolic for him.
Of course. And then obviously he ended up going into Crimea. That's why he set himself up so well, because they had been sanctioned in 2014. So when 2022 ran around and came around and he decided to invade Ukraine, he was prepared, brought up a bunch of gold, had his, kind of thing set up, ready to go, had to deal with the Chinese, selling them oil. They're the number one purchaser of Russian oil. So the sanctions haven't affected them at all. They've gotten stronger through the sanctions.
He did, but he did make one mistake. He didn't expect the Federal Reserve under Biden's direction to freeze $300 billion.
Yes.
Because even during World War II, when the Nazis asked for their gold from the Fed, they gave it to them. Imagine in a war, your country's at war. They still say, give me my gold, and the U.S. gives it to them, but not this time.
Yeah.
Very, very different.
That's the one mistake he probably made, but that was the only thing we had left. It was like, that's the only leverage we have, and Russia's still thriving, man. They're still thriving.
Yeah.
They're getting stronger. The ruble's been going up. Their GDP's been going up. Fifth strongest economy in the world. The sanctions haven't done shit, bro. Because they were prepared for this. What else was I going to say? Yeah, I think that's it.
Their good buddy India's funding a lot of that oil money for them, so that's how they're staying afloat.
That too.
Actually, word from our sponsor, and then next topic.
You got this one, Fresh?
Where's my coffee? Where's my cup? Anyhow, today's sponsor is 1775 Coffee. Did you know 95% of coffee beans are as bland and overprocessed as the mainstream media? Enter Peaberry Coffee, the 5% that refuses to bow down to mediocrity. These rare beans are denser, richer, and packed with bold flavor. This coffee, Peaberry Coffee, isn't just a drink, it's a statement. Grown at high altitudes, hand-picked with care like election ballots should be. Roasted to perfection, is rare, bold, and uncompromising. Whether it's a Peaberry, a bold dark roast, or even a mushroom blend, it's all about quality. Freedom and pushing back against the system. Because life's too short to drink coffee made by people who want to silence you and sell you garbage. Go to 75coffee.com, grab some Peaberry, and taste what coffee is meant to be. Use code FRESH to save 50%. Don't sell for mediocrity, brew rebellion. Again, go to 75coffee.com, use code FRESH, and get 50% off your next purchase. Cool.
All right. All right, so we're going to move on to the next story here. So this is crazy.
Insane.
Yeah. So,
but not surprised.
Yeah. Yeah. So, right now, Twitch is going through something similar to what YouTube went through a couple of years ago with the adpocalypse. And for those that aren't aware, the adpocalypse is where a bunch of YouTubers, weren't getting paid. There was a bunch of issues with running ads and not making money on ad revenue. And Twitch is going through that right now. And this comes on the heels of the ADL, aka the Anti-Defamation League, putting in enormous amounts of pressure on Twitch. And this, we'll read this right here. This comes from Mario Newfall. Twitch bans Zionist as a slur under hate policy. Twitch announced it will now ban the use of the term Zionist when it's used to attack or demean individuals based on their background or religious beliefs. The platform clarified that reference to Zionist or Zionism as a political movement, whether critical or supportive, remain allowed under its rules. Twitch says the change aims to prevent coded hate speech while preserving open discussion about political ideologies. Source, Twitch. So, and I want to read this one more time. It says the platform clarified that it references to Zionist or Zionism as a political movement, whether critical or supportive, remain allowed under its rules. Now, here's the problem with that, though. who's going to dictate if it's being used in a political sense or in a derogatory sense? That, my friends, is $1 million question, right?
It's going to be their team. Their discretion again.
Yep. It's going to be their discretion. Now, you want to talk about this, Fresh, as far as like, do we got the clip? Because this all is being blamed on one Twitch streamer right now. As you guys know, Hasan has felt quite a bit of pressure from this, and everyone is blaming him for this situation because the ADL basically, and I have a whole tweet on this actually. If we can open up my page, I think I have it pinned actually. I talk about how censorship works in the United States, and I'll kind of go through that. But in this situation with Twitch, the ADL basically went to Twitch, told them, hey, you guys have a bunch of anti-Semitic streamers on your platform. We don't want them on there anymore, and if you guys don't, basically they didn't put this out there, but I already know this is what they probably told Twitch. We're going to put your advertisers, which they did it anyway. And I think that's kind of a response because they wanted harsher penalties on Hasan because Hasan was the only one that wasn't banned, but a bunch of other pro-Palestinian Twitch streamers were. And that's who the ADL is gunning for right now.
Basically, their golden boy Hasan is someone that has been on the platform for quite some time. He's been there making a lot of moves.
He's their only political commentator.
And he does a lot of stuff for Twitch behind the scenes. Of course, he's cool with the CEO, of course. And as a result...
You want to tell him what you saw at TwitchCon?
Yeah, well, I saw Hasan with the CEO, the streamers as well, that were pretty big name, and it's almost like if he's big bro with him. Like they're cool friends. They talk
they're
a
actually
lot.
Friends. And
to me, it's like at that point, you call the shots. I don't like this. I like this. And let's say you're a cause of an issue, you get less penalty because you're cool with the CEO. Now, as a result, though, we've seen people have been blaming it on Hasan specifically. They said, listen, this is only happening because Hasan made those statements, and then they said, hey, you guys are not anti-Semitic.
And for those that are unaware, look, Hasan is, I would consider they call him a socialist. He's a leftist, basically, if I'm going to make it simple. He's a leftist, very fairly woke. But one of the things that he's actually very critical on is Israel and the current conflict going on in Gaza. He obviously doesn't approve of many of the things that Israel is doing to the people in Gaza and the West Bank. He constantly criticizes it for being an apartheid state, fucked up, etc. So he talks about a lot of the humanitarian crimes that are going on and the war crimes going on over there on Twitch.
For free speech.
I did.
He came at you trying to push you under the bus as well.
I did actually.
That's insane. You're defending this dude even though he's not one of us.
Actually, yeah, because there's this guy Richie Torres, this politician who's been campaigning hard to get Hasan banned, and I actually commented under his thing saying, "Yo, what the fuck is your problem trying to ban an American citizen for valid, criticisms of Israel, and you're trying to impede his First Amendment? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you're literally an American politician. You are a servant of the people. How the fuck do you look campaigning to get someone who's an American citizen banned in the United States off an American platform for criticizing a foreign government? You're acting on the behalf of a foreign government against a United States citizen. That's unacceptable. And again, I am able to put my feelings aside. I've told you guys before, me and Hasan don't agree on anything. We've had our arguments and beefs. He's criticized us, we've criticized him, etc. But one thing I will not do is advocate or lobby for someone to get banned just because they have different views than me. I mean, the whole Israel thing is, something that we agree on. We agree on it for different reasons. And I can quickly go into this. Typically, people on the right are critical of Israel because they don't like the foreign influence that Israel wields on the United States and our political infrastructure, versus people on the left typically don't like Israel because of the humanitarian crisis going on in Gaza. Obviously, both parties see that what's going on is horrible, seeing kids get killed every single day over there in Gaza and the mistreatment of Palestinians. But typically, the left, and I'm being very general here, the left criticize Israel for the humanitarian issues and the apartheid state and the lack of looking at the Palestinian people as a people and giving them their own state, versus a lot of people I'm not even going to say the right, because the right typically are all Israel shills. I'm going to say the far right, and I'm using that as a placeholder term. The far right, they're critical of Israel because of their massive influence on our political structure through AIPAC, through lobbying, through donors, etc. So these are the two different ways. And I think this is actually the only issue, by the way, that people on the far left and people on the far right actually agree on, is this Israel situation.
Also, not to call out anybody, but here's a double standard, right? You got Asmongold and the other lady that's a streamer, the girl that wearing the hijab. They make statements.
Oh, and they're Frogan or some shit like that.
They're banned immediately. Hasan makes the statements, no ban.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? And then kind of find out.
And it's funny. He called me an anti-Semite. Bro, he spends more time talking shit about Israel than I do.
Yeah.
Way more. Like, he does 8-9 hour long streams where he's just sitting there just bashing fucking Israel all day.
Yeah. Well,
that's why they hate him so much.
Well, here's the issue, though. When you don't, I guess, ban someone like that, guess what they do? They come after your sponsors, your ad companies.
Yep.
And then at that point, they lose money in a hole.
I wrote
So
a
wonder
whole tweet about this, which I'm going to go through with you guys, by the way.
what's the next step for Hasan? Because I don't know what they're going to do now. Because you lose a sponsorship.
I think they're going to ban him.
Money.
They're not going to.
I don't think so either. But at what cost, though? Because now you got streamers that are making like maybe 10, 5K a month, a day, making 2K less.
A lot of the Twitch streamers are like calling for Hasan to get banned because they're pissed off that they're all kind of suffering. Like, a lot of them are saying, why do we even have political commentators on here? No more politics. Like, I remember dumbass Lacey was talking about, dude, I don't make money. Like, I don't even talk about politics, and I got like, I'm making like, he was complaining about making 10K. He was making 10K a day at one point, and now he's making 2K a day, and he's crying about that.
Well, you got hold on, you got people like
That Biden economy.
Hasan, which is another streamer, losing all their money because of a flag in their bio.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? A flag in your bio, you lose everything.
Yeah. He had an Iran flag because he's Iranian. Let's play this clip real quick. This is Asmongold. Or is it Osmongold or someone else? Okay, let's play the clip and we'll kind of react to it.
Hasan clearly is like one of the biggest proponents of this. I would say he is the biggest proponent to a lot of the contention around the, quote, adpocalypse. He's the main reason why this is, like 90% of the examples that are being used are him. Like, or maybe not 90, it might be 80, 70%, but it's like the majority of all examples on the entire platform are all Hasan. So yeah, very clearly this is the reason why it's happening. Now, you can say that it's unfair, but that's fine. That's okay. But you can't say it's not happening, or that's not the reason. Hasan clearly is like one of the biggest proponents of this. I would say he is the biggest proponent to a lot.
Was there any was there another clip? Didn't Destiny say something too? Or that's nothing to do with it?
That's a whole different direction.
Then never mind. Then what about didn't Hasan respond to this?
Did he respond? I don't think he did.
We could find. I think there's like one more clip, Noble, if you could find it. So let me give some commentary on this. And this comes for some of you guys that are wondering. Asmongold went viral a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, for saying that he doesn't care about the Palestinian people. He doesn't give a shit. They're genocidal. All this other shit. And he's more pro-Israel, right? And though I disagree with that stance, I actually defended him too. I said, look, and let me be explicitly clear about this. I don't advocate for the censorship of either one of them, whether it's Hasan or Asmongold. Obviously, one is pro-Israel, the other one is pro-Palestine. I don't think either of them should be silenced on their viewpoints, regardless of how much I might disagree or dislike some of the things that they say. Because I think for us to be able to have a good discussion, we need to bring all parties from different viewpoints to actually have a marketplace of ideas, right? We have obviously capitalism, a marketplace of labor and the ability to earn money. I think we need to also have a marketplace of ideas so that the best idea people can agree with and listen to all of it, right? And this is why platforms like Rumble and X are so goddamn important, because they allow free speech. That free speech allows conservative creators that typically are asymmetrically censored on these main platforms like a Twitch or a YouTuber, etc. They were able to kind of get their message out there. And what ends up happening? People go to these places and Trump wins in a landslide, right? Do I think Trump would have won without Rumble or X? It's possible, but I will tell you this, it wouldn't have been a fucking landslide like it was had it not been for X and Rumble, because X allowed conservative creators to finally put their thoughts on paper and be able to say what they want to say. Rumble allowed conservative creators to make the videos and allow people to kind of hear a different perspective, because whether people want to accept it or not, on YouTube and on Twitch, guys that lean right are absolutely censored at a higher rate than people on the left. This is a fucking fact. Even Elon Musk exposed this when he came over to Twitter and looked at the numbers, that conservative creators are systematically far more likely to be suppressed, and whether it's shadow banned, censored, etc., than left-wing creators are. It is what it is. And why is that? Because advertisers, right, tend to lean with more progressive trends, and progressive trends almost always screams left, which perfectly segues into what I was going to show now. Can we pull up my tweet here? I want to talk to you guys about how censorship works in the United States. You guys want to know a dirty secret? I'm going to expose how cancel culture works in America step by step. Bookmark this or share it with a friend. Which, by the way, guys, we can put the link in the chat for y'all. Because really, this is something that a lot of people don't want y'all to know. Advertisers don't care where their ads play as long as they make money. Okay? They only care once negative media coverage starts being applied to how they make money. This is where the Anti-Defamation League, ADL, and Media Matters come in. There are many more, but these are the two biggest. What are these organizations? The ADL and Media Matters are liberal media watchdog groups that claim to fight hate. This is how they conduct cancel culture. 1, they put advertisers and social media companies on blast by releasing media hit pieces, video and article, for running ads on videos of controversial creators. Most are right-wing, right? Or creators that don't align with certain narratives, right? For example, Media Matters will make an article saying XYZ creator is currently, Bills, you guys scroll down, is currently monetized on YouTube while spreading hate against XYZ people. 2, this will generate bad press for the advertisers and platform to create pressure. 3, once pressure is created, the ADL and Media Matters will then contact the social media company and advertisers to put them on notice that there is a creator monetized on their platform that spreads hate or whatever else rhetoric you want to use. It could be spreading disinformation, like with COVID. It can be spreading hate on a certain group of people, whatever it is. 4, the advertisers fear the negative press and the social media company fears the advertisers pulling out from said press. So both parties have to publicly censor the controversial creator in an effort to keep the money flowing. And when I say controversial creator, I use that kind of tongue-in-cheek here because it's just anyone that doesn't align with certain mindsets, or sorry, narratives. This is how censorship works in America, and that is how they get around the First Amendment. A perfect example of this vicious cycle is what's currently happening at Twitch. The ADL is currently bullying Twitch and responsible for losing them billions of dollars despite Twitch complying and making stricter terms of service. As you guys see, Twitch went ahead and made Zionist a slur, which is absolutely ludicrous because it's a political terminology. It is not a protected class. Anyone can be a Zionist. It's not like, the thing is when it comes to protected classes, guys, are typically a class of people that can't determine that they're in that class, right? So I'll give you guys an example, right? I'm black and Arab. Did I pick this? No. So if someone makes a joke on me, call me a sand nigga, technically that's a violation of a lot of things because I didn't pick to be a sand nigga, right? But, you know, if I was a little crybaby, I'd be like, oh, that's racist. That's bigotry, blah, blah, blah. Because technically I'm considered a protected class, though I would never actually exercise that. But I'm using this as an example. Zionism doesn't fall into that because anyone can be a fucking Zionist, okay? A Zionist is simply someone that believes in the state of Israel. That can be a Muslim, that could be an Arab, that could be a Jew, that could be obviously an Israeli, that can be a white person, a black person, a Christian, hell, a Hindu, anyone can be a fucking Zionist. So it is not a protected class, just like anyone can be a fat ass. Being a fat ass is not a protected class, okay? But the fact that Twitch labeled it a slur and is trying to put it in the same category as other protected classes lets you guys know one thing. These companies, ADL, Media Matters, etc., have an enormous amount of power. Why? Because they control the advertisers. Since they control the advertisers, they have their ear, they have influence, and what ends up happening is these companies, YouTube, Twitch, etc., are beholden to their advertisers. There's a reason why you can make an account for free on Twitch or YouTube or any of these platforms, Facebook, Instagram. The reason why is because it's paid for by advertisers, okay? When the product is free, you are the fucking customer. That's what it means, okay? You're signing up for free, but your ability to scroll and do all this other stuff, that's how they get paid because they're selling ads on there, okay? So going back to the tweet real fast, can we go? Pull it back up. Okay, so for example, yeah, so they bully them for losing them billions of dollars despite Twitch complying and making stricter terms of service. So they did this whole Zionist thing for Twitch and for the ADL, and ADL still pulled their advertisers. And the reason why, a big reason why, is because I think they're going to continue to keep their foot on Twitch's neck until they ban Hasan. Because I saw a tweet from the ADL, which, by the way, all their shit is private. You can't comment because they get shit on so much. They had said that, hey, though we appreciate Twitch's efforts to combat anti-Semitism with using the term Zionist as a slur, they said something about Hasan is still openly here complaining about Israel for 8 hours. They made some tweet about that.
Well, when they want you gone, you'll be gone.
They're going to keep going. They're going to keep going. So, and I go here, this is why you can't reason with these fuckers. If more Americans knew these dirty tactics that liberal watchdog groups applied, they would be done for. This isn't just me calling out the ADL, Media Matters, and others, but the American people agree with me. How do I know that? Most Americans no longer trust mainstream media, right? And Trump's landslide victory proved that. People were going to Rumble, people were going to hell, even YouTube, people were going to other media sources to watch the election. Fucking Crowder and Bongino had 400,000 to 500,000 people watching them live on election night. They beat out Fox News, CNN, MSNBC. They beat all the main stations, right? PBD as well. They beat all these guys out. So what does that tell you? That tells you that the people don't trust the mainstream media anymore. X is now the most downloaded news app. Okay? So, and I say this because these watchdog groups like this have mainstream media by the balls, but they can't control independent creators on social media like they do with big networks. Fuck the ADL. Because the ADL and Media Matters absolutely control Fox, CNN, all these mainstream media things, because obviously they need advertisers, so they're going to do what these guys ask for. But the ADL and Media Matters can't control independent creators. And that's why they're going so hard with lobbying to get them canceled, etc. But the American people are tired of it because they can see that a lot of the news that they get is fucking doctored, it's edited, it's put in a certain way to fit a narrative, and people have been catching on. Nobody's watching mainstream media news. The only demographic that mainstream media news captures nowadays, guys, is adults over 70 years old. That's what I was talking with Tim about this when I was up north, is that's who the mainstream media is capturing now. The most watched news channel on YouTube and that time slot is actually Timcast. He's beating out mainstream media. PBD beating out mainstream media, right? People are tired of the bullshit. They're absolutely tired of it. So fuck censorship and fuck the ADL, fuck Media Matters, all these lobby groups, fuck them.
We should also talk about BlackRock if we're going to talk about censorship, because they're the ones who basically control all the purse strings. Yo, you want us to invest in your stock? You want us to put in billions in your company? Well, guess what? You have to have a board member for a certain minority position or certain people who think they're boys or girls or whatever, you know. I'm trying nowhere on YouTube, bro. I'm trying. You have to look at BlackRock and you have to look at all the main money, because they're the ones who basically throw the billions of dollars. They're the trillionaires. They throw the billions of dollars at the Apples. And that's why the Apples of the world and the Dells and all of these companies have these liberal policies, because if they want that money, they got to get liberal. That's why they do things that's against their interests. It's like when Target went all LGBT and they lost hundreds of millions of dollars. It didn't matter because they were getting the funding from BlackRock.
Exactly. Yeah. ESG scores. Here's the problem, though. So who just won in office? Trump, right?
Yeah. And guys, that's how censorship works in the United States. So yeah.
But what is Trump? Pro Israel.
Yeah.
So this is not going away. It's going to get actually worse. And actually, I would say this as well. It's not a bad thing. But here's the problem, though. These companies that are...
Was that a bet that he's pro-Israel?
Yeah, it's not, because you have to be to do politics. You have to be. No one's going to be in politics without being pro-Israel. So that being said, though, now how do you avert this corruption or this censorship? Well, to be honest, they're getting paid from these companies, like, you know, these sponsors. And to avert this, you have to either become the companies or outbeat them. But who's doing that? Nobody. So what do you do? How do you beat these companies?
You mean like BlackRock and shit like that?
Yeah. Who can do that? Who can do that?
Listen, Muammar Gaddafi, the guy who ran Libya from 1969 to 2011, had $500 billion. I want to say this again. He had $500 billion. He had a standing modern army of 30, 40,000 men, modern tanks, modern airplanes. It took NATO 9 months funding mercenaries. Not even a real army, mercenaries to get rid of him. So I'm going to ask everyone again, if Muammar Gaddafi had $500 billion, had an army, and he couldn't do anything, what the hell are me and you going to do?
Well, Elon Musk was the guy that would have been the wrench in this cogwheel. But he is also compromised too. X is not free speech, my friend. X is actually a honeypot.
Yeah, well...
Rumble's the only one I can see that actually doesn't ban anybody for whatever they say. Rumble's the only one.
Rumble's free speech. I can tell you, X is not free speech.
Nah,
we're not going to talk about my
speech.
problems.
Yeah,
it's the closest thing to Rumble there is.
Yeah.
But it's far from it. I can go on Rumble and say what I want. I can't go on X and say anything I want. I'm gone.
Yeah. I mean, I had to take down like 15 of my posts today for hate speech, which is fucking ridiculous, because I'm like, wait, hate speech is free speech.
And then also look at it from this point of view.
It's still protected under the First Amendment.
Women have fought for so long to be free, independent, and equal. They fought for so long for control. They're gonna give it up now? Hell no. They're gonna push even harder because now they want to control what you say, how you say it, and where you say it.
Well, I think the only thing that you can do is like call it out. Honestly, I think if enough people wake up, which they definitely are, and I mean, I know you disagree with me on this point, but I think people are waking up, and I think calling out the bullshit is important. And thanks to platforms like X and Rumble, people are able to do that, which is why they're trying to, well, that's why they pulled advertisers from X in the beginning, but they're coming back now. I think with Trump in office, I do think that censorship is going to get a little bit better, but yes, being critical of certain things might end up biting your ass, but we'll see what happens.
We live in a time where there's more enlightened people than any time in human history. The flip side is we live in a time where there's more devolved people. How many Harris voters? There's 60, 70 million. That, you talk about that a woman like that even had a chance at the White House speaks volumes. She could have sent your brothers, your sons to war, even though she doesn't have to fight.
At all.
And the women who are voting for her do not have to fight. But me and your black ass, we're going to war.
That's true.
Yeah.
No chance.
Nuts, bro.
I just hope that people see what's happening and they move smart and accordingly, because this is a fight that's going to be uphill battle.
Yeah, but that's how censorship works in America, guys. That's how they get around the First Amendment. In other countries, like the government just sends a letter to the social media company and says, "Yo, cancel this motherfucker." Like they did it to Russell Brand in the UK.
Well, actually, in the UK, they're coming to your house now and saying, "Oh, you made this tweet."
Or they'll ban. Yeah, or they'll
You're gonna
arrest
go to
you.
jail if you continue.
Yeah.
So, by the way, we're not far from that either. By the way, because if you notice, right?
That's in Scotland.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
If you notice, right? What's happening in Europe is coming over here in different ways. Because back in the day, right? You could talk about certain things and they might give you a slap on the wrist, but now they cancel you outright. And it's more like they either take your money away or they just ban you. So, I mean, it's tough, bro. Especially if you remember, all creators do it for money. They may say, "Oh, don't do it for money." No, companies are in it for the money. So are creators. Because if you notice, what happened with adpocalypse? It happened. People are complaining because they're in it for the money. We all are,
Of course. Yeah.
So once the money's gone, what do? Either you stop or you move somewhere else. This is why when Rumble and give people deals, it kind of made it more stable, because now if I get canceled, I can go over there and get a deal. But once that's gone, what do you do next? You're cooked. No deals, no alternate platforms. They're all controlled all. And when it's censored,
Well, it depends on
what do you do?
every creator is different, right? So some guys are solely in it for the money. Some guys are in it where, look, obviously I'm in it for the money, but it's not. They'll be like, hey, look, the message is more important than the money. I'm willing to lose some money to get my message out and be able to speak freely, and that really comes down to what it is, right? So like, for me, for example, right, I'm okay with losing money to be able to say what I want. Other people would prefer to say, no, I want to make the max amount of money. I don't care if I'm restricted in my speech. I'll do and say whatever I need to do and say to make that money, which, obviously everyone is different, right? So
Cenat.
yeah, good example. Good example. Like, he only cares about money. If you want to call him a bot, he doesn't care. Like McDonald's sponsorships, etc. Like, you're not going to get deals like that and be able to be put in the mainstream unless you have certain beliefs. There's a reason why he will never talk about politics. He'll stay away from certain hot button issues. As a lot of streamers, right? Especially on Twitch. I think Hasan was the only political commentator on Twitch, really, or a big one at least. I mean, and it's also interesting. If you could, can you go on my Twitter real quick? This chick, I want to show you guys this shit. This is also another thing too. Why Twitch is failing. Let me show you guys this fucking clip. This is literally fucking appalling. It's on my Twitter. If you scroll down, it's the chick with her fucking. It's the chick, the bimbo. And this is on Twitch, by the way, which you guys are about to see here. Keep going. Keep going.
Yo, find the
not that
first,
one.
bro.
Keep going.
Yeah. Take it off screen, bro.
No, they can't see it on screen.
Myron be cookie people.
No, they can't see it on screen.
Yo, thank God, bro.
Yeah. I mean, come on, Bills isn't a rookie here. Keep going.
Holy.
Keep going. There we go. That clip right there. Already 1 million impressions. So we're gonna bring this up for you guys. So they'll go ahead and suspend people like me, right? For off-platform FYI, right? So Twitch lets 304s do sexual activity like this on platform, but will ban people like me for off-platform behavior. No wonder the ship is sinking over there. No political, historical, or cultural content, just low IQ, watered down softcore porn. And by the way, she did this on Twitch. This is on Twitch, which you guys are about to see here, right? And I would argue that Twitch has an even more restrictive TOS than YouTube, right? But they allow bullshit like this. They'll ban you for off-platform behavior on Twitch, but then girls do shit like this on there. We'll play the clip.
What's she saying?
If she was a man, she'd be broke.
Wait, do you have the volume all the way up, Bills?
I can't hear shit, nigga.
Oh, man.
Thank God, though.
Yeah, bro, I think you might have the volume
really
low.
need to?
Nah, I don't want to. I'm good.
She's basically like
what she's
whispering.
doing.
Yeah, she's whispering like.
Oh, ASMR.
Yeah, she's whispering shit. Yeah, y'all can hear that?
What the fuck? What the hell?
No, play the whole clip. I want niggas to see this shit. I'm like, bro, this is fucking crazy.
How many people are watching this crap?
Nah, I need the real thing, bro. Not on damn mic.
Yo, dude, if I saw this woman walking down the street, I wouldn't even fucking turn around.
You wouldn't?
It's like, what the heck? No. This is nothing special.
Yeah,
this is ridiculous.
Could be. You want Smash?
Not that at all, bro. That's been ran through. I'm cool.
Okay.
So,
Got it,
for some
got
of you
it.
guys that might not be able to hear it, she was like whispering into mics and saying like, you know, things in a seductive voice or whatever. Like, bro, this is what's put on Twitch and kids watch this shit. A lot of these girls have like teenagers watching them, right? So they'll allow that on platform, but then they'll ban people like me for off-platform shit. Fucking crazy, bro. And this is why they're fucking taking the big L right now. And fucking incredible.
See-
They have disproportionate punishing. And I don't advocate for people to be censored, but like, bro, this is pornography. This is basically porn.
Well, we all know who's running the world. We all know what's bad is good and what's good is bad. So I'm not surprised. But what I will say is that, like, yeah, kids are being heavily influenced because, wait, hold on. If you look at the sponsors of Twitch and these platforms, they encourage it because they know that by default, you put this out there like this, you get people supporting. And when you support with the subs, you make money in different ways. So the subs, remember, there's a time, what's it called again? When you said simp on Twitch, you would get banned, right?
Yeah.
Really?
Why is that? Because you would stop people from donating money to these streamers. So it's like, it's money first and then morale after.
I don't think it's money first, bro, because we had 10,000. We hit, by the way, before we got suspended on Twitch, we had 10,000 plus subs. So we beat out a lot of these fucking streamers with half the audience. We fucking destroyed them. And it's not about the money. I think what they care more about the image, because if you remember, when we were monetized YouTube, we were posting the same content. We were posting even more volatile shit. Twitch, we were posting stuff that was fairly clean. They don't care about the money until they don't care. They care about the money until they start getting negative press. They're like, oh shit, niggas expose us for running ads on this controversial guy's shit. Okay, we don't. It's not worth the headaches. Deactivate.
No, but they gain money with that. They lose money with our stuff because remember, sponsors don't want to donate.
If they find out. If they find out.
No, but for example,
the sponsors don't care, bro. That's what advertisers don't care until they get exposed for making money by putting their content on certain people. It's not until these groups say, yo, are you aware of the fact that this guy's making money on your platform saying XYZ rhetoric? Then the advertiser gets put on blast and the social media platform gets put on blast. That's when they actually do shit. They don't care about running ads on your stuff, whatever it is. They just want to get in front of eyeballs. It's only when they get exposed for doing so from these liberal watchdogs that things arise. That's why right before the election, the New York Times ran a hit piece with Media Matters saying that Ben Shapiro, Benny Johnson, Elijah Schaffer, Crowder, all the big right-wing political podcasts were pushing disinformation and misinformation about the election. They literally tried it right before the election in an effort to get them demonetized. That's how they demonetize you. They do a huge smear campaign via these platforms. Advertisers figure this shit out and they're like, oh shit, we're gonna look bad. Stop running ads on these niggas' videos. So until they get caught with their hand in the cookie jar, they don't care. They just want to be put in front of eyeballs.
yeah, if you're not on the radar, then it's fine.
But
Once you get put on the radar, then
then you're fucked. Yeah.
It also shows you it's proof of how much real power you guys have on alternative media like Rumble and all these other platforms. Because if you didn't have this power, they wouldn't go after you.
Yeah. Your ability to speak, Andrew says this all the time, which he's 100% right. Your ability to speak freely is directly proportional to your level of influence. The more influential you are, the less you can be honest with your people and say what you want to say. I give you an example. Cenat will never tell y'all where he stands on Israel-Palestine. Cenat will never tell y'all niggas who he's going to vote for his political ideologies. He's never going to talk to you guys about feminism or how the nuclear family has been destroyed through feminism. He ain't never going to talk about that shit. He's going to just keep it simple, content that's kind of mindless, that's going to be entertaining. That's what they focus on. They don't care about touching these hot button issues, because if you do, you're automatically going to polarize a significant amount of your audience. So they don't want to do that. So that's what it comes down to.
You're not gonna do good things in the world and get money from the elite, bro.
And if you are polarizing and you reach a certain level, they will ban you fucking everywhere. And I think Andrew Tate was a perfect testament of that. He had views on, mostly conservative right-leaning views. He became the most Google man on earth. They said, whoa, hold on one sec. This guy's over here saying men and women are different biologically and men are supposed to lead or whatever. This is extreme. Let's ban him everywhere. Right? So once you become too influential, you can't hold certain views. Why do you think The Rock gives Melitos interviews? He don't give stances on nothing. Every big celebrity, most of them, A-list or big influencers that are huge, they don't have controversial views ever.
Well, IShowSpeed does. He says free Palestine all the time.
Man, he said it like once or twice, bro.
But
like
for him to say that at all, those
that's a W. He said it like once or twice. You know what I mean? He's not gonna go into like the nuanced stuff. You know what I mean? And here's the thing: you could say free Palestine, but still be like, oh yeah, I love the Israeli people. You know what I mean? You can kind of double dip with that.
Michael Jordan said it best. Yeah. Republicans buy shoes too.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'll say this, man.
Exactly. Good point.
Whatever path you take is good or bad. Yeah, that's a good point. Because listen, as a creator,
I mean, Brandon said it when he came on. He said he never talks about politics. He's like, what Democrat, Republicans, everyone wants to get fit. Yeah. I'm not going to fucking take a stance.
But to be honest, it's what you want to do as a creator. Because I can say wholeheartedly, most people that I've met in the creator world, they do it for the money. And it's because they want sponsors, they want to be lit, they want to be famous, they want clout. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So for them to sabotage that for their views, they wouldn't do that. For example, 50 Cent. He was asked to go perform at Trump's rally. Many men.
$5 million, bro.
Me, right? $5 million. You know why he didn't do it? He said, you know what? I don't want to divide my brand. I want to be strict to rap, business, and that is it. And I can't get mad because that's his choice as a creator.
And the people that listen to his shit are the black community, and they lean heavily Democrat.
Cenat.
Yeah.
So this is why, to me, as a creator, I can see both angles. I can see guys that want to go gun-ho, controversy down the right path, or they want to say, you know what? Fuck that. I'm about the money. I'm about business. I get it. So that's why I don't call them sellouts. I say, you know what? That's their choice as a creator. That's my point of view.
I think they're sellouts, but me and you have different viewpoints on that. Yeah. I think if you're willing to concede on your value system and your beliefs because you want to make money, you are by definition a sellout. By definition, you're selling out your real beliefs to make money. And that's fine
when it comes to,
but you can't so that's why when other people try to come at me, right, like a Pokimane or these other people, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, you don't have a stance on anything. You don't have a stance on anything. So what the fuck? Or these fence sitters like Anus and Reach, they don't stand on anything. So I look at it like you play middle of the road because you understand middle of the road is the most profitable place to be. So me and you can't even have a conversation. I'll respect someone more like a Hasan who leans more far left because at least I know that's what he believes on and what he stands on. I can have a discussion with him, right? And I can respect that, even though it's the opposite spectrum of what I am. Mm-hmm. But these centrists, they're the worst. They're the absolute worst. They don't stand for shit. They're the definition of sellouts. My opinion.
I disagree. But we could agree to disagree there. What do you think, Gary?
I think there's a time and place for everything. And, if the October 7th thing didn't happen, it wouldn't be a time and place for it. But because it did, it opened it up. So I think timing has more a situational chess match here than anything else. I think it's all about timing because, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I knew about the, Zionism and the Illuminati and all this shit 2 decades ago. When they took down the towers and they're telling me a plane took down those towers, and then you start doing research into thermite and you find out they had gold in the World Trade Center and they moved it out a month before it happened. And then, my numerology with it. But when it comes down to it, I don't believe these people.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. And some people woke up this year to, Zionists run the world. Guess what? They've been doing it for a long time.
Centuries.
They've been doing it for a long time. See, this is a smart piece. Let me tell you how smart these Zionists are, okay? A country usually lasts as a superpower for about 250, 260 years. That's why they switch them up. That's why they go from the Ottoman Empire, by the way, a Muslim caliphate where the Zionists were running the show with the banks. Before the Moors, they were running the banks. They don't care. They don't care who's on top as long as they control the money. And that's always been how they've operated.
From the shadows. I think they're smart, man. To be honest with you.
Yeah, central banking that's a whole other thing.
Right.
What do we got here? What's up next? Oh, you got
This is
Hasan blames Osman for it.
Yeah,
for
this
the
is how
Twitch
it started.
apocalypse.
Of course.
Oh, here we go. This actually okay. Let's play this clip. This is hilarious.
Well, actually, I should be fair and read his. This guy's on kick, dude. It's so funny that he's on the fucking neo-Nazi pedophile platform talking about how anti-Semitic Twitch is, dude. Asman is blaming you now. He can suck my dick if he actually is blaming me. I'm assuming that half the chat is just fucking clipping shit that he's saying out of context. But it's kind of weird because yesterday he took credit for it, and now he's like, actually, I've decided Hasan is, Hasan is the reason. They don't care about being hypocrites. They care about winning. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Twitch could actually sue for torturous interference. Torturous interference is a common law tort allowing to claim damages against a defendant who wrongfully interferes with the plaintiff's contractual or business relationships. I mean, I don't know. I think his audience probably wants Asmongold to blame me more than just like taking credit for it, because I feel like narratively that plays better overall. But it is crazy to say that there is like inconsistencies in the way that the terms of service is applied, right? When, obviously a panel of content creators from the Arabs podcast, including an Arab Jewish person, were banned for saying that Sabra hummus, designating Sabra hummus as the shittiest version of hummus, somehow being an anti-Semitic hate crime for 30 fucking days is insane. Okay, absolutely insane. The inconsistencies right there.
And that's where Twitch gets a bad rap, is with like they're just, again, asymmetrical punishment, where some people get banned for bullshit and then some people get banned, don't get banned for real fucked up shit that they say, right? So that's kind of the big issue there. But let's keep playing the clip.
It's not in the other way. The inconsistency isn't right-wingers are getting a real tough time at Twitch.
Yeah, they are.
Real tough.
The sources claim that the ire was triggered once a clip of streamers rating... Oh, so this is really what it was. A separate source with knowledge of the meetings was able to confirm that one of the upset advertisers was the American multinational energy corporation Chevron. Chevron. In recent years, the company has not only spent money to be advertised through Twitch initiatives, but have also sponsored esports. The source claims their ire was triggered once a clip of streamers rating content creators from Arab to love.
Fun fact, Chevron had a big booth at TwitchCon. I was like, why is the gas station company here at Twitch? Remember, Bills? Oh, yeah. We saw a huge station at TwitchCon, and they had a lot of giveaways at Chevron. So I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I got Gibson stuff.
I didn't even know that was a thing, but there you go.
I'm shocked people watch these people. I'm absolutely shocked. I mean,
they got a big following, man.
It's crazy. What type of people actually watch this type of content?
I don't know, bro, but hey.
Hey, man,
Let's
don't
continue.
hate the game.
Making money, I guess. Good.
Loves Sabra went viral with their logo prominently displayed in the background. Chevron has undertaken a number of projects in Israel to help expand the country's infrastructure and energy dependency. At the same source confirmed that the timing had not been great for Twitch, as they were already under pressure to hit deliverables for advertising on the platform. So they were already fucking up. Oh man. Interesting part of the article is Amazon executives have had meetings with Twitch, and executives believe Twitch is severely downplaying what is happening. This is what Hasan fans have been calling a nothing burger for the past month, by the way.
Hasan, stop giving these guys attention. Brother,
what the fuck?
While this isn't close to the adpocalypse shit,
Skyrim music,
it is like a treacherous territory. I do have to speak the truth. Like, what do you mean? Nah, I should just let one of the largest content creators on the platform just straightforwardly fucking drive the narrative off of a fucking cliff. That like that it is I that is responsible for the apocalypse, and not like this rabid fucking community that is literally doing everything and everything they can to you know, openly defame me and try to get some kind of fucking motion in an area where
look, pause.
You know,
again,
in an area where obviously,
and I'm actually on Hasan's side with this, where I'm like, I don't want him to get deplatformed, but bro, the reality is, the whole reason why Twitch is facing so much pressure that it's facing is you are the star boy for their claim that Twitch is being anti-Semitic. You are the person that Jonathan Greenblatt has his fucking censor on. The ADL wants you gone. The Richie Torres wants you gone. These guys that are lobbying, saying Twitch is anti-Semitic, they're looking at your videos. Frog and all these other motherfuckers, they're small. Nobody gives a fuck about them. Like I said before, your ability to speak freely was 100% contingent upon your influence. You are the biggest political streamer on Twitch, okay? And you were critical of Israel. That's a big no-no. The ADL is going to come after you. So they're going to continue to come after Twitch until some type of punitive measures are taken on you. Now, I don't agree with it. I don't think you should be censored at all, right? Fuck the ADL. But for you to not concede and accept the fact that a lot of this pressure that's coming on Twitch is coming from the ADL, and they literally are naming you as the chief antagonist as to why they're going after Twitch. Like, you got to be delusional, be living under a rock to not understand that, bro. It's very simple. You're the biggest guy on their platform that comments on political matters. You're critical of Israel. ADL's coming after you.
Also, Dan protects you. Dan Clancy, the CEO, protects you.
Yeah. Like, if you weren't his buddy, you would have been banned alongside all the other Arab streamers that are pro-Palestine back a month ago. Hell, they got rid of me and Sneeko and for off-platform shit. Nigga, you're talking about Israel for 8 hours a day, every single day. You really think that you wouldn't be here unless you knew the fucking Dan personally and weren't having lunch with him and hanging out and all this other shit?
They got rid of me.
They got rid of everybody, bro. Anyone that they're getting rid of people for off-platform activity. You're on platform for 8 to 10 hours talking shit about Israel. You criticize Israel more than any other big streamer I could think of. Actually, you know what? He probably spends more time talking shit about Israel than even Nick. If we're gonna keep it all the way a million.
For real?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because he streams every day for like 8 hours.
Wow.
And a lot of that is political commentary covering this conflict.
Jeff Bezos owns Amazon. Amazon owns Twitch.
Matter of fact, when the ADL wrote because I saw them tweet some shit, they again, in response to Twitch taking these measures of getting and putting in the TOS Zionism, etc., ADL literally responded to that saying, though this is a good measure,
it's not enough.
Streamers like Hasan Abi are still constantly on Twitch talking about Israel being an apartheid state and spreading anti-Semitic tropes. They're not going to stop until you are gone, bro.
I'll tell you this. What they're about to experience is what Rumble went through for months and years to come. And most companies can't handle it because being on Amazon server, nigga, you're cooked, bro.
Can someone find that tweet? Can you guys do me a favor? Like, type in ADL Twitch, so ADL X, and then type in like Hasan Abi. We'll find that tweet because it was literally them responding to these new measures. Or we can even go on the ADL account maybe on there. But bro, like Hasan is delusional right now if he doesn't want to admit that he is the main reason that the ADL is going after Twitch. Absolutely, he's the main reason. Not even close. Like what?
Or he's control opposition.
Like, you think they give a fuck about Asmongold saying the shit that he said about Palestinians?
Well,
they don't give a fuck.
To be fair, if you don't get banned, you could also be control opposition. That's my only other argument. You never know. You never know.
No, they're really coming after him. Hasan, ADL really is coming after him. What do we got here? Did we?
What's next? Which is some chats real quick. Some chats. See what people are saying.
Yeah, sure.
It's been a while. Okay. Albois?
Oh. Captain Builder. Oh, these are the names. Captain Builder Mondays, Revenue Builder Mondays, Wealth Creation Mondays, Backnote Mondays, Capitalist Mondays, Financial Affair Mondays, Monetary Policy Mondays, Investment Mondays, Economic Affair Mondays, Profit Making Mondays, Bankroll Mondays.
Ninjanomics sounds pretty good to me. These are some.
Those aren't bad.
These are some good things here.
No
but
Communist Mondays?
Nah, bro. We're not Haas.
What's up next?
AKA Marks. Will your hoodie ever be in a merch store, Myron?
Yeah, I need to put this design on there. I need to get it.
Create chaos. Shout out to FNF crew. Thanks to y'all, got back on track and
We got to
got into real
revamp our
estate.
merch, actually.
Recently, yeah, we do. I recently got a 6-figure job offer in the UAE. Keep making the world a better place. F the haters. Fresh is color purple ugly. Thank you, bro. Dr. Rabasari says, do you think they have a nuke pointed in Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica, and Cuba? Do you know, Gary?
I know the Dominicans don't like the Haitians. I know that much. They consider them subhuman.
Damn.
So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you're mad over there. Probably knows a little bit about this.
Just the government, not the citizen.
Stop.
Okay. All right, what's next? We got here Lord Malachi. CEO Network in the building. Just reminding Noble to connect with me with Justin. Don't let him forget, guys, because he's on color people timing.
Damn.
Yo, I promise you, bro. The follow-up with Lord Malachi is crazy. His follow-up is insane. Hey, he learned from the classes, bro. Follow-up is crazy. I like it.
Yep. I'm going to go and message Justin, and then I'm going to set up a time with you and him.
There you go.
Yo, you got people coming in here talking shit about you now. Congrats, brother.
Persistence, man. I like it.
Here we go. Found the fucking post.
Fresh updates. I don't know what you said, but it's probably mad crazy. Quick slap. Breaking news. An evil creature from the Shadow Realm has escaped and has been spotted in Miami. Pieces of her weave have been found in the streets. Police have asked the public to do not engage with the creature. They've contacted the legendary Brown Eyes, white woman, known as Melissa, to defeat the beast and send her back to the Shadow Realm. Oh yeah, we know that creature that was over here with the blonde hair. Definitely a creature of habit. What's next? That's it. Oh, Michael Atkins. Russia had this wild missile blitz this past weekend. My fiance called me in the middle of the night, her morning. I could hear the fear in her voice. Many Ukrainians don't see themselves as Russians, to be fair. Oh, shit. All right.
Half of Ukraine speaks Russian. That is complete, utter nonsense, man. These people were brothers 30 years ago. They were brothers, and now they're fighting and killing each other. I don't want to hear this nonsense, man.
Yeah, they're all under the USSR.
Insane.
Ukraine was literally created like... I'm older than Ukraine, nigga.
1991.
Yeah, I'm older than Ukraine.
Me too. Wait, no.
I don't even consider it a real country.
A lot of people don't, actually. Stu Peters, hilarious. He comes in, Ukraine's a fake country.
Yeah.
I always laugh when he says that shit.
The girl's like, what'd you say? Oh
yeah.
my God.
It's like this random country, random place with these arbitrary borders. It's a fake country. It's not real.
I'll tell you this, they got a lot of funding for a fake country.
Yeah.
A lot of funding.
So let me show you guys this post from the ADL.
The original Russian Empire came from Kyiv.
Yes,
that's where the Russian Empire actually started.
Yeah.
It is the same people, the same land. Anyone who says different is absolute moron. By the way, my people are from that part of the world, so you're not going to teach me anything on this.
Well, that's a big reason why Putin is very adamant about not bombing certain places in Ukraine, because there's a lot of Russian historical like culture there and buildings and
He's
stuff.
actually doing what the IDF says they're doing. They're actually taking it easy. I'm being honest.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. He's not indiscriminately bombing places with civilians. IDF could definitely take a page out of Putin's book. He's trying to take it and take Ukraine intact. IDF is not. They don't give a fuck. Let's show this ADL thing real quick that I want to show you guys. So 1 in 3, and it's funny because look, ADL does not allow people to comment on their shit unless you follow them or they mention you. I wonder why. They go here. So Twitch says they respond to the Twitch support. We have updated our enforcement guidelines. Read more here. And this is what the update with Zionism. And then they go 1 out of 3 messages. In the time of dangerously escalating anti-Semitism, we commend Twitch for changing their policy regarding the use of Zionists as a slur and proxy for hate word against Jews. And then they go, we are glad Twitch acted on our recommendation to make this change. However, policy is only as strong as enforcement, and we will be vigilant and appropriately skeptical about Twitch's enforcement of this new policy. And then 3 out of 3, they had to get this in there. When one of the largest streamers on Twitch, Hasan spends the hours after Amazon pogrom minimizing its harm without consequences, it's clear the platform still has far to go. So this is what I mean, guys. They're not going to stop until they get rid of him. So for Hasan to sit there and say, oh, I'm not responsible for the adpocalypse, my friend, I advocate for your free speech, but you are absolutely the primary reason the ADL is going after Twitch. That's irrefutable at this point. They're naming you. They literally name you in their tweets. We can go back to the Twitch clip, though, with Hasan. Let me finish what he's got to say.
That was it.
I just kind of wanted to finish what he was saying.
No.
I was responding to him.
That was it.
No, I thought there was more.
No. 4 seconds. That was it.
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind then.
All right. What's the next one? Or should we do a word from our sponsor? All right. What's the next topic?
That might have been the last one.
All right, cool. Rumble Premium sponsor, and then we're going to go out.
As you know, the war against free speech is in full swing. Rumble, a leader in defending the fundamental human right, recently joined next to sue a cartel of advertisers and ad agencies who conspire to block ad revenue from going to the platforms. Even Dunkin' Donuts didn't want to advertise on Rumble because of what they called right-wing culture. Yeah, fucks Dunkin' Donuts. As a way to rally around these issues, Rumble recently launched Rumble Premium, an ad-free viewing experience with some great perks for both viewers and creators. Upgrade to Rumble Premium today and support free speech. The tides are turning. Rumble's offering $10 off with the promo code FRESH. When you purchase an annual subscription, go to rumble.com/premium/fresh and use the promo code FRESH. Again, guys, that is rumble.com/premium/fresh. Like I said, if you have the means, and believe in the cause, now's the time to join Rumble Premium. If you don't have the means, we're just happy if you watch us on Rumble. And as you guys know, Rumble is pretty much the last bastion of free speech, even more so than Twitter. We talk to you guys about this all the time, whether it's using Rumble Premium, 1775 coffee. Rumble Premium, guys, is kind of like, think of it as like YouTube Red, where you're able to watch ad-free.
Yep.
So get it, man. It's not that expensive. It's actually very cheap. Just use the code FRESH, get a discount, and watch us on Rumble, man, because at the end of the day, guys, who knows how much longer we'll be here on YouTube, and these mainstream normie platforms. Clearly, they don't want people that are conservative. I'm glad that, Trump is in office. Hopefully, he'll be able to curb some of this bullshit. Because if you guys remember, Trump actually got banned from YouTube too right after January 6th.
You're in good company, brother.
Yeah, after January 6th, they banned him off YouTube. They banned him off Facebook. But a lot of these tech companies are kind of coming back around and realizing, they got to kiss the ring now. So hopefully with him in office, we'll be able to finally have the open discussion of ideas on some of these normie platforms. Obviously, we're not going to be able to go all the way like we want, but maybe we'll be able to open up certain discussions on certain topics and then leave the real shit for Rumble. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, support Rumble, guys. Get the Rumble Premium. And yeah.
All right. We got to do a show on Wednesday on a Zoom call as well for a Castle Club. And then Thursday, we're going to do the gym Zoom call for the guys.
Yeah. Thursday. So yeah. Join the email list, guys. Get your email in there and you'll be able to join the free Zoom call on Wednesday after we do our show. Probably have a special guest. You guys will be able to talk to him as well.
That'll be lit.
It'll be a good time, yeah. So definitely make sure that you get in Castle Club free Zoom call coming this Wednesday after our Womanizer Wednesday show. What else do we have here? How many likes do we got? Guys, like the video, man.
Also, Gary, where can I find you, brother?
You can't find me on Twitter. Elon Musk made sure of that. Matrix Prime on. It's funny because.
Hold on. Why don't you like Elon, bro?
He suspended my 100K account.
Okay, other than that, why you don't like
he even before he owned X, he had me blocked on his accounts. So it's not like it's by accident. Like I had accounts blocked by him all the time. I just mentioned how, in 2010 when, Tesla was going bankrupt, Obama gave him, good little chunk of money. And without that chunk of money, there would be no Tesla today. And Obama doesn't do favors. for free. So you point stuff like that out, people don't like it. Remember, he's never been critical of Obama. He said Obama was a great guy. He said a lot of stuff. He's always been critical of Biden. Remember that. But at the same time, he voted for Biden in 2020. Listen, I'm not going to go too much in on your show, but here's what it comes down to. It's a honeypot operation. The veil is going to be lifted, but on some insider information, Musk is really starting to piss off Trump's advisors. Like, a lot of them are starting to get really pissed off of him. So I'm not sure this honeymoon thing with Musk and Trump is going to last forever. I will tell you this. I'm looking forward to January 20th. I'm pretty sure we will be somewhere near inauguration, so stand by. I have a good feeling some of that footage is going to be on a Castle Club. Just a really good feeling about that. But at the end of the day, this is going to be a new world on January 20th.
Yeah.
I think that some of these problems that we're talking about with Twitch, remember, Jeff Bezos just ordered his newspapers to become more centrist.
Yeah.
So, let's not forget who owns Twitch, Amazon. Who owns Amazon? A lot of it is Jeff Bezos. I expect them to keep tilting more and more the pendulum the other way, and for about 2 years. And then if the Democrats take the House back in midterms, then it'll be the same old story. If not, then Trump's got a 4-year mandate. And when it comes down to it, we're going to start deporting people. By the way, if you're looking for a job, ICE is hiring. ICE will be hiring a lot of people for jobs. And, when it comes down to it, nothing more American than deporting illegal aliens.
There you go.
Cool. So, guys, we will be back Wednesday with a special guest. Yeah.
Are you gonna do another X Space tonight?
Maybe I'll do one. Maybe I'll do one depending on. I haven't eaten today yet. I'm fucking dying. I'll see how much energy I have. Might do X Space and do a night train.
That one last night was quite sufficient.
Yeah.
That shit went viral, bro.
Yeah. Well, I did 2 of them.
Oh, you did 2?
And I did the stream too. Yeah. I did Fed Reacts, and then I did an extended stream where we went on an X Space, but I did 2 different X Spaces on.
These motherfuckers want to be influencers. They don't work 10% of what you work.
Yeah.
And they want to be influencers, and they complain and complain. This dude doesn't sleep. Yeah. Like, I'm a content creator. Bro, I don't work like this dude. And I don't intend to. So here's what it comes down to. This is a very hard-working man when it comes down to it. Fresh, me and him don't work like this, dude.
No.
So when it comes down to it, you have to understand.
Go ahead. We work smart, though.
We network, brother. We network, okay? We network. My man over there makes noise.
They're better people.
I want to go with that.
Better people, for sure.
But see, this is part of having a team. You work where your strengths are. That's it.
Yeah.
And the whole thing comes together at the very
They
end.
help out with a bunch of the stuff, keeping me from getting banned everywhere. So very important to need people like that in your corner, especially when you're as controversial as I am, guys.
That's crazy that I'm the one of the most banned people in Twitter history. I got to help keep other people. Shit's nuts, bro.
yeah, Gary is definitely well needed and a good part of the team, man. And so is Noble.
So
shout out Noble.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, with that said, guys, where we at here? I'll see if I fire up a Twitter space. We're going to obviously get some food and talk some business and shit. Yeah. And then if it's not too late, maybe I'll fire one up and do a night train or something like that for you guys. But I owe you guys a night train. I'm definitely going to do it so we can continue watching that certain documentary, if you guys know what I'm saying. So stay tuned for that. We've just been very busy this week. I'm actually coordinating getting you guys 2 special guests on Wednesday night, which is going to be fucking hilarious if I pull it off. So you guys will thank me if I get you these guests, and we might not have a night train before that. But yeah, I'm working on that right now for you guys as we speak.
Notice how he said we're doing business to the Jews here. Notice that.
Well, I assume if you came here, that you got something you want to talk about. So
there you go, brother.
Yeah, because normally when you show up, it means you want to talk about something. So, which is a good thing, by the way, guys. We do a lot of planning behind the scenes. So, cool. Anything? Did I miss anything?
Nope.
Cool. All right. Love you guys. We'll be back on Wednesday. Yep. I'm thinking 7 o'clock, 7:30, with 2 special guests. You guys will hear about it soon enough. Should I announce it?
Fuck it. They stay to the very end.
Yeah, they can say. Okay, how about this? How many likes we got on YouTube right now? If we got 2,000 likes, I'll tell you who the special guests are.
They got a time limit?
Yeah, they got
$6.95.
$6.95. Yeah, bro. We need 2,000 likes. If we get 2,000 likes, I'll tell you guys who the special guests are on Wednesday. Like the video right now. We got some Jeopardy music. Oh, no, actually, no. We'll hit with the copyright if we do that.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, I remember I used to have it on my soundboard, and YouTube hits you with a copyright. So
That
fucking
shit's
lame.
nuts, bro.
It's lame, dude.
You would
Super
think
lame.
they would want people promoting their music, their theme. These people are so naive and short-sighted. No wonder these people are Democrats.
Yeah, man, idiots. Wait, what? That's bad timing. Elevator music. It's not elevator music,
That
no.
sounds like Camilla losing
It's
music.
like sad music. So, what are we at? Also, like the video on Rumble as well.
951.
951?
Quite some ways away, brother.
Well, it went up 300 already in like just a few seconds.
Yeah, could you imagine being so lazy you can't even hit a like button, man? And you guys want to actually be content creators. You're too lazy to hit a freaking button,
They did
man.
a study. YouTubers that actually mentioned it through the video nonstop got way more likes for the videos. People that didn't mention it got way less likes because people don't really think about it. You turn a video on, you're like, oh, this is dope. Maybe if you like it that much, you might like it without being told to, but to be honest, we just turn the video on and just watch it. So it's just a work of habit, pretty much. So also people hate on us, so they just watch us just to hate. So that's another thing too.
Yo, Myron doesn't even have to put on a show to put on content. All these haters do it for him.
Pretty much.
No, but literally, go on YouTube. You see like 30, 40 channels just talking about him. Shit's nuts, man.
Yeah, you get paid for it. That's why. All right, man. Y'all didn't make the cut, bro. Because we're just at 1K, bro.
That's crazy, man. We're carrying this whole show for him on our backs, man. And these people can't even push a stupid like button, man. God damn. No wonder your bitches cheat on you.
We did 3 shows today, bro. 3 shows today.
We did do 3, but they only saw 2. So, what do we got here? It's at 1K. Still waiting. Well, we're gonna give them 2 minutes.
Bro, it's too long, bro.
Fresh want to get off air. So
No,
like,
just making it longer, dude. We got less than 2K on YouTube. So we're just waiting here for.
It's kind of funny when they're like fighting with each other. Like the video, nigga. Got the fuck. But we do got a lot of hate watchers too.
We do.
I caught down to that yesterday. I had a bunch of Sharkeishas in my chat yesterday.
If they hate you, they watch you more.
On watching the fucking Fed React shit, complaining. So
you literally made her in her own way famous for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that broad, whoever. Yeah,
she had over 20 million views.
This is the
Asian
highlight.
or the other bitch.
This is the highlight of that bitch's life. Acting like a goddamn fool, getting her ass whooped by the Fresh and Fit girls, and looking like a goddamn moron. This is the highlight of this tot's life. Congratulations. It'll never happen again, bitch.
But she became a victim, though. That's why.
And it's funny too because that whole fight started because I was defending a Jewish girl. Isn't that fucking
Say
funny?
it ain't so.
I can't win,
Say
bro.
it ain't so.
Yeah, it's like, am I anti-Semite? Do I hate black people? Which one is it?
We're gonna wrap you in a Jewish flag next, bro.
Nah, chill. But yeah, bro, it's and she was a Zionist too. She was a hardcore Zionist. But like, bro, again, I don't dislike people for their views. I could disagree with someone on some of their views and still get along with them. You know what I mean?
Wait, hold on. How do I become a Zionist?
You go kiss the wall.
I'm gonna take a flight, nigga. Hey, I'm on a winning team, nigga. Fuck all that other shit. I'm only on a winning team. I'll do it. Fuck it.
You could be a Christian Zionist. You have to drop that. You don't even need a Jewish star on you, brother.
There we go, man. Israel for life.
Oh wow.
Let's go.
Even I won't say that.
Let's go, man. I'll be a black Jew. Fuck it.
Hey, you know what? That might actually work, man.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, bro. Shit, I'm all the way. How many likes?
What are we at?
1.2.
I've never been to the wall. I don't know. These chatters keep calling me Mossad agent, LODL plant. You guys are out your freaking minds, man.
Guys, Kerry is one of the most outspoken people against
crazy,
Israel.
bro.
He's extremely critical of Israel, and he's been doing it for a very long time, way before October 7th. So that's kind of funny that they say that about you when you've like literally been.
There's YouTube videos of me calling out Israel in like 2006, 2007. I've known this for a long time. You know, this is my only point with you guys. the people who always bring up, Israel, Israel, Israel. There's always going to be someone behind the scenes who's a top dog. If you replace them, what makes you think the people that come are going to be any better? I mean, I'm gonna be real with you, man. The Chinese, if they get a hold of this planet, brother, it's back to change for you. And
true.
guess what? Guess what? They put a change on my people too.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I'll be joining you with them. So this is what the people need to understand. China is the enemy. Stop focusing on Russia. Stop focusing on everyone else. Iran. Come on, man. We need to stop this, man. Iran doesn't have the economy to fight a war. This shit's nonsense, man. They're fighting ballistic missiles as a paper tiger. We need to focus on China because if we can stop them economically, we don't have to send our kids to die in a blood war with them. They got 1.4 billion people, bro. And if they start going broke, guess what? The only way to get rid of those happy, unmasked people is to start a war.
Fair enough. Well, they're not liking the video. So, guys, we'll end it here. We'll be back on Wednesday with some special guests. It's going to be a good time. I think you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised with the guests.
Facts.
But love you guys. Catch you back here about 7:30 p.m. Wednesday night with some special guests. Free Zoom call. Get in the email list right now, guys. Click that link below. It's the top of the description, top of comment. Timestamp's coming very soon. Love you guys. Peace.
Peace.